Welcome back to the Fanspeak Network. It's Thursday. It's Sibling Showdown. We have a great show coming for you today. A couple big board drafts, but first we're going to talk through rookies versus vets, rankings, all sorts of fun, important best ball stuff as we are in just February. I'm going to do it all with my brother Steve here in just 1 minute.
Fanspeak, where the plan runs deep. The team grind hard, don't eat, don't sleep. From best ball dreams to DFS streaks, they help you print money every single week. No cap, no gimmicks, we breaking limits. NFL bets, yeah, we live this business. Megan Steve, that OG vision. Draft room killers on a lifelong mission. More stress to the Sunday spread. Fanspeak's that voice that's inside your head. Best ball, DFS, NFL bets. They built it brick by brick, no regrets. Fanspeak team, printing money since day one. Fanspeak, forever.
That's right. Happy to be back with you, Steve, in the Sibling Showdown streets. You have been doing lunchtime streams, which have been absolutely awesome. I caught part of yours today on the way home. Did go back to Baltimore. Made sure I'm not gray anymore. I think I do look have some blonde back in my hair. Feel alive again, Steve. So I caught part of your show, which you've been crushing on the lunchtime streets. So guys, I have my earrings back in, and I don't feel like I'm one of the Golden Girls. So all's well. I'll be back to my house later this month, but until then, had to get the hair done, Steve. You know, that's very important. How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, that's definitely my top priority. No, doing well. Had a couple drafts early in my show, and as Huheem said, it's Keenan time.
I heard the guys were like, "Oh, do it now," because when Meg gets on, she'll attack you about the olds. Which, by the way, we have an olds. It's represented by, of course, the one, the only Adam Thielen. And the emojis for Fanspeak members. Click the join button, check it out. 2 tiers, and of course the top tier gets a cool video. Steve will be putting out another video this week on rookie wide receivers. We'll start to do live streams for our YouTube subs, YouTube members. And so check that out, click the join button. But we will be giving away 5 memberships. So you do want to see if you're not a member yet. I know, of course, we've got Mike Robin here. We got Huheems. They are loyal members, of course. But for people who are watching over on YouTube, come over, hit the like button, chat with us, because you might have a chance to win a membership. If we get 30 likes by hitting that like button, we'll, of course, do a second draft, but we will also give away 5 YouTube memberships. So, again, appreciate you guys coming over, watching with us, drafting with us, chatting with us. And, of course, check out 2 links in the show description. 1, Discord. It's free. It's fun. We're going to show a very cool Discord thing here in a little bit that our guy Coolers showed us today. And 2, of course, Fanspeak Substack. You see it at the top. It has Steve's rankings up already. My rankings, I'm going to wait till the draft season because I just want to be authentic that I don't know rookies like Steve does. And quite honestly, free agent movement and that kind of stuff. I kind of want to see the landscape of that. And then my rookies will be out. But we have them for all the different formats during basketball season, all the different sites. And then we have articles. I'll be posting a quarterback article tomorrow. So we have like 3 to 4 articles a week and all of our rankings. Link in the description, free 7-day trial. I'll take a breath. That takes care of the housekeeping, Steve. But how are you doing in the best ball streets? Why don't you talk about kind of the landscape shifts you're seeing while I tweet that we are live, of course.
Yeah. Now we are post Super Bowl, and I think you're seeing some things, people starting to trend in certain directions. Guys, some potential retirees like Travis Kelce and Aaron Rodgers with more and more buzz that they're coming back. We're seeing their ADPs start to shift to reflect that. And I think that's interesting and necessary. I think rookies are really starting to slide outside of Mendoza at quarterback. I think that is due in part just there was an initial buzz with the rookies, and I think now people are kind of letting it settle a little bit more. They want to get more data, kind of wait for the combine. So I just get the sense also probably more people who are drafting now are not as in tuned on rookies. So they're less, guys that they're not familiar with at all. They're just not drafting. So I wonder if that's the other reason we're seeing a slide in quite a few rookies. Some other trends that we're seeing, I think the quarterbacks keep shifting quite a bit. I talked earlier that Joe Burrow kind of started in the 70s. He's now moved up to early 60s. We're seeing him, just more people take him in the the 50s to pair him with Chase. So that's intriguing. I don't think that's necessarily the right process. I do worry on that with just how the quarterback market is this year. And then the other side of it is, I mean, guys like Sam Darnold, who started at like 150, 160, firmly in the 120s right now, just 100% going in the 120s every single time, it feels like. So we're seeing, winning the Super Bowl helps. But
I was going to say, do you think that's Super Bowl fallout or just like the desperation of starting quarterbacks?
Well, I do think some of the ADP was I'm sure there were some shitty Super Bowl drafts, because we saw right after the Super Bowl, I noticed Drew Lock and Jalen Milroe had ADPs. I mean, they should obviously not have ADPs. So some of that was that. But I just think it's also, you need to count to 32. And we know for sure is top 20 and arguably top 15, because the other guys behind him are the Bryce Youngs, the CJ Strouds, the Cam Wards, the Tyler Shucks, and those are the guys we know that we can count on, to say nothing of like the Kylers and Willises and stuff like that. So I just think people have a far more certainty with him, and for good reason. Also, the JSN pull-up factor. It's not we have certain these quarterbacks, but then if you're taking a team with like JSN, Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf, the only guy you can stack for sure right now is JSN.
Right.
Whether it's if it's Chris Olave or Tet McMillan or something like that, that's helping pull these guys up as well, because so many receivers right now, we have no idea who we're stacking with. You can guess Cousins is going to the Vikings. You can guess Rodgers is going to the Steelers.
Yeah.
They're truly just educated guesses right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I think that was a very good breakdown. Two things we're going to be talking about today before we jump into a big board draft. Number one is that rookies versus vets thing. The correct answer is both, in these pre-draft drafts. Makes sense, but you probably don't want to get too heavy-handed on the rookies. You probably don't want to get too heavy-handed on guys that, you're still waiting to see their vet landing spot. Those kind of, and you did an excellent breakdown on free agents and kind of potential free agency cuts and moves today. But the answer is both. But I think we're going to break it down and find where we feel like the pockets are value, because you were in the big board finals in 24, not this past season, but the season before. You had 3 rookies, and they, to different degrees contributed. I think obviously the most was it Lad McConkey or BTJ? I think it was BTJ, right?
I think that was BTJ.
Yeah. And so, he contributed the most. The other 2 kind of contributed with Caleb Williams and one other one that's escaping me right now. The winner that year had 8 rookies, and we talked about that a lot. I'm not sure if the rookies this year made as much of an impact since, obviously the quarterback rookies were so impactful the year before. Tight end rookies were so impactful, while Loveland and Warren were great down the stretch. I don't know. So it would be interesting to see how many on the top 5 big board teams did have how many rookies, because I'm sure they had some, but I'm sure you could get away with not having many. So there's no magic answer to how many rookies you should have in big board drafts. That's number one. But I do think there is some importance to being open to some. And this year for me, and we can get into this a little more when we actually dive into it here in a minute, is obviously, Mendoza, but no really other quarterbacks, not really much on the tight end. Some receivers, especially the ones going in the first, maybe second round. And then of course, some running backs that are going first, day 1, day 2. We'll talk about that more in a minute. Second thing we're going to talk about is we're going to bring over our Discord, again, link in the description for our Discord, totally free. Join us. Got about 54 people in there right now. And it's awesome. It's very, very helpful as it was during the season, but now that we're fully in best ball season, and our guy Coolers, I'm not sure if he's in here yet, posted, obviously Mike, Rob, Coolers, all of our, loyal subs are so awesome, posting so much useful stuff. But Coolers took the rankings from Steve, ETR, and Leg Up and kind of just did a comparison. It's just interesting. It's not like Steve's going to make changes or, anything like that. And it's not to critique. It's just interesting to see the landscape and why. So we're going to talk about those 2 things before we get in the big board draft. Again, if you are listening on Twitter, come over to YouTube, hit that like button. We certainly appreciate it. Say hi. We are going to be giving out some YouTube memberships. I think we're 1/3 of the way there when we hit 30 likes. So Steve, what do you want to talk about first? And let me say hello, of course, to Meg says Golden Girls, and Steve immediately thought of his ladies at the bingo hall. Well, I don't know. I mean, are they the blue hairs? Are they the gray hairs? But yeah, your ladies at the bingo hall. Absolutely love that joke. We got our guy Chad Candles in here, the morning streamer, GM to our guy Chad Candles. And of course, Cooler is his. Hey, I am here. Always happy to share and help out. No, we thought that was so cool. We're going to pull that over shortly. So do you want to pull that over first, Steve?
Yeah, we can. Before you do that, did you want to guess how many rookies were on the winning team in the big board this past year?
Oh, okay. You found that? Okay.
Yeah, using BBMD. So do you want to guess?
Okay. Hold on. Give me 1 minute to, I mean, if Cam Scotabo stayed healthy, he would have been on it. So, I mean, I'm going to guess not that many this year, like 3.
There are 5. Now, only 3 were relevant down the stretch. Or
can I try to guess?
Only 2 were relevant for the finals and down the stretch.
Oh, okay. Colston Loveland?
Yep.
Okay. Hold on. It's not Cam Ward. It's not. I mean, a lot of the rookie running backs were kind of, but they could have helped with advance rate, like a Travion Henderson or something like that. No.
Nope. It's a receiver.
Any rookie running backs.
No. Well, there was one, DJ Giddens, but
that's it. And I was going to say the year you were 4th in the big board, and the guy that had 8 of his 8, 3 weren't impactful at all. So, I mean, we're all going to have misses, whether they're vets or rookies. He had 8, 5 were impactful. Jaden Daniels, Brock Bowers, Bucky Irving, I think Lad McConkey, so 4 or 5 were impactful, 2 or 3 not so much. So they're not probably all going to be impactful. So you're saying 5 and 3 were impactful?
No, just 2 were impactful. Well,
okay,
I mean, one had a couple games early, but
okay. So you're counting Colston Loveland as one of the impactful ones?
Oh, for sure.
Down the stretch. Okay. So I'm trying to guess the other impactful rookie.
And it was mainly down the stretch.
Was it Burden too, in like a stack?
Yep.
Really? Oh,
he wasn't
okay.
stacked. He had no idea they were going to be together.
Oh, that's right. Duh. Okay. So fill me in on the total 5 rookies, because then you can kind of know
the others were DJ Giddens, Torrey Horton, and Xavier Restrepo.
Wow. So yeah, literally Horton gave a couple early, but that's it. And then the other 2 are down the stretch. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. And then obviously, you wouldn't have known to stack them with Caleb. So that's really fun experiment. Again, 8 the year before, 5 this year. You had 3 in 4th. Again, but all of them, you're going to have some of the rookies that aren't impactful and are misses. And so just like there's going to be some bets that are misses too.
Speaking of stacks, the guy had 3 quarterbacks, Goods, and I know he's joined Chad Candles drafts before. Nice. 3 quarterbacks: Trevor Lawrence, Drake May, Kyler Murray. His stacks were Michael Wilson and Trey McBride, so decently with Kyler Murray, though Kyler was not playing at the end. Travis Etienne for Trevor Lawrence, so he did luck into Jacoby Myers joining the team. And then the only stack for Drake May was Demario Douglas. So not a highly, prioritized stack team.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's fun to see. Just out of curiosity, if you're on BBMDB, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, let's go up to 4th place where you got the year before. How many rookies? 5 on the first place team. How many on 2, 3, 4? Just curious. The Cooler says Restrepo Bash was so confident he won that he treated it like a 19th round draft. I accidentally drafted some Restrepo in big board, and I even, when he got paired up with Cam Ward, had this delusion that he was going to make the team, and so that was a big whiff on Meg's part, which we will be going over that here soon as we're filling out our spring content. Kind of going over some hits, some misses, some ways to improve our process. Those are important things. And maybe some of those will be sub-only shows. So again, check out that join button. See if you win a YouTube subscription tonight. But if not, check out that join button, because that is just a 1 month free YouTube membership. But we do have those available. Click the join button. Lots of fun features, including videos from us that are just for members only. Go ahead, Steve. Anything on the
second had 5, third had 4. I'm counting 4th team now. Looks like they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they had 5 as well.
Okay, so anywhere from 3 to 5 this year was
everyone had 4 or 5 in the top 4. I mean, that's
okay. Everybody had 4 or 5 in the top 4. But again, there is absolutely no magic recipe to this at all. There is not like
these teams
max. You know,
these teams do not look like for instance, one of the ones on the second place team was Kyron Lacey. Dude didn't play. Dude wasn't drafted.
Wait, is that the guy that died?
Yeah, he ended up not getting drafted.
And wasn't that like, okay, never mind. I won't go into the story in my bed. Yeah.
but like fourth place team had Mike Williams, who retired right before the start of the season. Third place team had Jalen Milroe, never played a snap. Elijah Mitchell never played a snap.
Yeah. Who said Restrepo had more action than Jarquez, which, we were, definitely took some Jarquez shares myself. So it's a 20-round draft. That's why they're 20-round drafts. And, even the successful teams are going to have some misses. That's why I don't mind taking shots on the rookies. I don't think you need to go, 8 or 9, like the winner happened to have the year before. But I do think like that 3 to 5 is kind of like a nice sweet spot, where it's not like you're totally fading him. It's not. And again, there is no magic number to this. We are not saying that at all. We're just saying be open to it, but try to hit the right pockets. So why don't we talk about those pockets now, Steve? And we won't spend a ton of time on this. Let's look at the rankings and see the pockets that you think. And by the way, I re-uploaded your rankings because, by the way, rankings just dropped today. They are available for Substack paid subs only. Link in the description. Get a 7-day free trial. Check it out. Hopefully you like it. Again, a ton of best ball content is coming your way on Substack as well as this YouTube channel. On Substack, that's where you'll get the rankings, more rankings once obviously full best ball season here with all the different formats, all the different websites. And then of course, 3 to 4 articles a week. I'm posting a quarterback article tomorrow. So again, check that out. Link in the description for the Substack. Steve just updated his rankings today. I think I updated that correctly. Let me bring over the Underdog and we take a look about maybe where you feel like those pockets may be. So, obviously the first rookie on the board is the one that we'll get to when we look at Cooler's breakdown of yours compared to other industry rankings is obviously Love in the 20s. He goes somewhere in the 20s. 18.1. Yeah. So other than that, I mean, we're talking more. So where do you want to look at to where you want to speak to some where you'd lean more vets over rookies and where you'd lean more rookies over vets? Because I personally think like mid to late is where I'm really leaning in this year, because each year is its own given thing. Like this year, the one rookie, I'm only interested in one rookie quarterback. That's Fernando Mendoza. And he's now moved way up, but I'm still interested in him in that mix of quarterback window. Tight end, not really interested that much in Sadiq or the tight end. So that would be very late if I want to tack on a third late rookie, something like that. To me, it's the running back receivers. I know you're kind of bullish on like the Tyson, Tate, that range. So why don't we speak to that first? Because to me, it's more like, it's that running back, like the Emmett Johnson, that kind of stuff that I would maybe take over some vet running backs or, some of the receivers, like where do you stand? So let's take a look. Where does the rookie receivers go? Okay. So I see Lemon, Tyson, and Tate right in this 50 range. So in this range, where do you side with rookies versus vets?
So I think to me, I think these are fine prices for all 3 of these rookies. I think they're all going to likely go in the top 15 picks of the NFL draft. Maybe somebody slides a little bit, that can always happen, but likely I'll go around in top 15 picks of the NFL draft. Order to me doesn't really matter. I think it's like pick your preference for a type of receiver and what you're prioritizing. So, you're comparing them against Christian Watson, Rome Odunze. Those are tougher. Cortland Sutton also, like Brian Thomas, I'll probably go lean the rookies. Jalen Waddle, I'm probably going to lean the rookies. The receivers ahead of them, I'm generally taking. But what I have a tough time is slightly lower. You have this group of veterans, guys like Steph Diggs, who could be the one, Alec Pierce, who can be the one, particularly if he's back with the Colts. But I also know I can get this rookie and in the next round get one of those guys. So I'm not, not too concerned since the opportunity cost isn't great because I'm really comparing it against these guys right in this range. But yeah, I mean, Sutton is like a clear one. We know Christian Watson appears to be a clear one. Roma Dunze, him or Burden, but that offense just looks to be a lot of fun. So I'm fine taking the rookies here, and I like them over like Harrison and Wilson, who was like the next veterans. But it's not something to be overweight on. And Metcalf and Evans, I think, should go higher, particularly Evans. I mean, if Evans is back in Tampa, I'm taking him above all those rookies.
Right.
And I think when he signs, he will go up. So that'll be a part of it. But I think these are pretty good costs because honestly, they're all cheaper than what we were taking T-Mac and Hunter at last year.
Yeah, no, I think that's a fair point. And I need to start mixing in these rookies a little bit more, but I think that's kind of a good exercise. Like I know you have a ranking. I believe your ranking is, correct me if I'm wrong, Tyson, Lemon, Tate.
Tyson, Tate, Lemon.
Tyson, Tate, Lemon, but you have them all close. You want to, like you said, you want exposure to all three of these guys, right? So you just made a point for all these guys. If we go just from like Terry, Waddle, Watson, Rome, BTJ, Sutton, Harrison, Metcalf, Evans, just in that range, are you basically saying you want almost like equal parts of those rookies versus the vets, or are there some vets that you want to have definitely more than the rookies?
So, like, to me, in this range at this current price, now if Waddle, I'm kind of indifferent on because he's probably clearly the number one in Miami. I don't see them bringing in anyone big. But BTJ have a tough time paying that price, but generally I'll probably be lower on those guys. I want to be at least with the field on all three of these rookies.
Okay.
So I'll mainly be taking it from those receivers I just mentioned. Also, I'm going to take it from the running backs in that range and the tight ends in that range. Right now I'm lower on Loveland for this reason. He goes a little higher, but I want to hit running back and receiver in this like 40 to 60 to 70 range as many times as I can get.
Yeah, Loveland at 41. And yeah, I love the idea of Colson Loveland, but that price is a little hard for me. I love a little mid to late round tight end build, so that is tough. So in this range where those rookies kind of fall in amongst, like you said, the running back and receivers. I totally get what you're saying there as well. So I think this is an important conversation to have. I think of that pocket, I get what you're saying, like have equal parts like veterans to rookies. I'm with you there. For me, the other conversation, I'm not really, again, concerned about making a big stand on Sadiq. If I want to sprinkle him in or sprinkle in the late tight ends, I will. As far as Mendoza, where's he going now? He is going at 131. So if we look at just the quarterbacks in where he's going around, he's, obviously, like you said, there's been a lot of shifts since things opened and rightfully so. Mayfield moving up, Darnold moving up, that kind of stuff. But Mendoza goes right, 10, 11 spots after Tyler Shuck, a few spots before Stroud and Bryce Young, a little bit before Ward. And then obviously the potential free agents, like we're assuming Daniel Jones goes back to Indianapolis, Indy. I kind of want equal parts of Mendoza, if I'm being honest. And quite honestly, I haven't been able to get him yet because he's been rising. What are your thoughts on him? And then we'll kind of hit some of the later running backs.
I've taken him a couple times, and I think if you're taking Bowers, you should be taking Mendoza because that's the best way for Bowers to pay off his price tag. But I actually think Mendoza's price is going to fall because particularly when Kyler signs or is traded somewhere, he should go ahead of Mendoza. Let's just be real about that. He's actually produced top 3 fantasy performances in his past, and there's just much clearer paths. Malik Willis has the same kind of skill set, could be a lot of fun. Daniel Jones, even if he were to not be ready to start the year, we just know 80%, 90% of a season of Daniel Jones, anything close to last year, and it's better than, it should be better than Mendoza, what we would expect for a rookie.
I mean, I assume, though, you still like Mendoza, the Raiders, Clint Kubiak, and like you said, I'm assuming you still want to get like at least with the field with him in the big board. Yeah,
my hope is after these guys sign, he falls.
Okay.
And so I'm kind of waiting to take him because I think he was going to fall. I think that next group of quarterbacks, Mendoza, Stroud, Young, and Ward, I think they all end up falling 10, 15 spots after those guys get landing spots.
All right, now let's talk running backs really quick. And then we can talk some later receivers really quick too. And one of the ones is one of the ones that when we look at Cooler's chart, which is going to be awesome. I'll show you that in a couple of minutes. Jeremiah Love, ADP of 19. You have a much lower ranking. We'll talk about that more there. So I know for a fact that yourself, I want to have some Jeremiah Love in the big board. I don't want to be left empty-handed there. Maybe more take him when I fall. And I know there was a draft we did at least 2 weeks ago where he fell, and that was like an opportunity where we took him. But I know you like these rookies like Henry, Saquon, Hampton, much more than Jeremiah Love. So let's spend more time, because we'll talk about him in a minute when we look at Cooler's chart. Let's spend more time on some of the rookies we know you love and know you see value, maybe comparatively to the vets that go around them. And one
go to the 90s. That's where it starts with Price.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I was going to say
when you see the veterans around them.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. So 90s, the vets, starting with like Chuba Hubbard, Corum, Price. You're lower on Price than the market, aren't you? Price and Jonah Coleman?
No, I'm kind of right. Like, you can look at my rankings.
I read all your rankings, Steve. I just know you're so bullish on Emmett Johnson as your second. I just assumed you were lower on Jonah Coleman and Jadarian Price.
No, because I'm not going to be surprised if Price ends up with similar where to go.
Look, I'm going to show you your rankings and show the people, by the way, what they can get with a 7-day free trial. Steve breaks down the rookies and ranks them by position. And he's done all of the position groups already. And he'll be doing that for YouTube members here this week with receivers. But I know you're very high on Emmett Johnson. I want to spend time on that. So even though you have Jonah Coleman, Jadarian Price 3-4, you still have them, and we'll get to your rankings. But again, link in the description, check it out, 7-day free trial. You still want your shares of them. Do you want to be overweight with the field? Where do you stand on that?
Can you go back to?
Yes. I'm getting there.
So no, I still have Price a little higher on the board, just because I do think there's a real chance he ends up being the second running back selected in the draft, because he should test off the charts at the combine. Exactly.
I read them. I'm the editor of them, by the way. So if there's any error, that's on me.
But so
show the board. How the tables, use the Michael Scott gift, how the tables have turned.
So I view all three of those backs as second round talents. Could one of them end up in the third round? And if so, according to, draft people, it would be Emmett Johnson. I think that's a mistake. But I think all three of these guys are second round talents. And I think all three have a path of being a 3-down back, or at least a majority back. And so I like them in this range. I think we're getting value when we're taking a clear backup in Blake Corum above them. We don't know the landing spot of Rico and Algier. David Montgomery is a clear number 2. Unless he gets traded. Woody Marks, I think it is very thin in terms of his role. Same with Corey Krosky-Merritt. Like, to me, Emmett Johnson, there's so many landing spots where Emmett Johnson just absolutely not only other places where he could go, but if he went to Houston or Washington, he could nuke Woody Marks and JCM. Same with Jonah Coleman, same with Price. So that's kind of how I look at it. I think they have more upside for starting ability than some guys who are currently being treated that way. And then you have like these backup running backs in that mix as well.
Where do you have Jonah Coleman ranked? Because I see on the right-hand side is your rankings. You have Price right around his ADP. And where do you have Jonah Coleman?
I think right around his ADP. You're going the wrong way.
Steve. You have Emmett Johnson. I don't see Jonah Coleman. Is he missing?
He's below Emmett Johnson.
See, you obviously like Emmett Johnson more. There we go. Okay.
I do.
Okay. Bottom line is, well, then I would interpret that. I know that's because of how bullish you are on Emmett Johnson, and you can only move him up so far, but I would interpret that as that you're going to take a lot of Emmett Johnson because of where he is relative to his ADP, and just I guess, since you're right with the rankings, ADP with Price, and then lower of Jonah Coleman. Do I have that wrong? Am I even saying
yeah, but I'm going to take a lot of all three backs because to me, they represent, we're treating them in a range of backups or murky running back situations. And technically they are because they're rookies, but if they get second round capital, I know last year's second round, I mean, let's treat them more like Judkins versus Henderson and Harvey is the way I should is what I look at it. Like if teams invest in them in the second round, we should treat them more on the Judkins side. A lot of second round running backs, not all, like both when Kenneth Walker and Breece Hall were second round picks, they were immediate starters.
Yeah.
James Cook went in that second round as well. At the end of the second round, he was not an immediate starter. Of course, he's the best of those three long term, but just situation sometimes dictates that. And same with last year, like Henderson and Judkins and Harvey, all second round picks. Only one of those was a clear immediate starter.
And then, of course, it was fourth round Cam Scatterbo. That would absolutely just been the smash of the draft, who we had both ranked way ahead of his ADP. And damn, that Zach Bond ruined our lives. I can't wait till I get back to my office in Baltimore. I slammed the thing and I knocked the mic over. I can't wait to hang the Cam Scatterbo t-shirt, Steve. I'm just so excited for that to be. I'm a little worried. I'm a full-blown Giants fan. I'm watching like Dart videos. I'm watching Harbaugh. I love the Harbaughs. Like it's got like a little soft spot for the Harbaughs. Yeah. So I just realized that, by the way, for those watching on Twitter, there probably aren't many watching on Twitter. For some reason, Twitter, and shout out to Sia Najad, one of my, has been so kind to me, one of my favorite golf and NFL analysts. I saw him on show and he's like, StreamYard is not like feeding it to, it shows you're live, but it's not feeding it to. So if you see a little red thing and you're watching Twitter, come over to YouTube. Yeah, I can see that the numbers are very low on Twitter, and I got to fix that on StreamYard. Or maybe StreamYard's just having a major issue because I heard Sia talking about that. Anyways, if you're here, we appreciate you. Hit that like button. At 30 likes, we will give away 5 YouTube membies, but we appreciate you in the chat. We got our guy Thad in here. Hashtag go get your guys. Absolutely. We got Aiden. Good to see you. He says, can't wait till the draft. As always with Meg and Steve, will be comedy. Hoping to get in. Love to see it. Love to hear it. Glad that we can add some entertainment to the drafting streets as well. It says as soon as Minnesota gets a quarterback, Jefferson will shoot back up, probably near Lamb. I'd say get the discounted shares where you can. I would agree with that. Steve and I felt a lot better after GM got canned, because hopefully that means that Kevin O'Connell can go get somebody viable, since 9 JJ McCarthy is not.
Well, and the thing is, like, honestly, the bar is just so low. Like, whether Cousins, Geno Smith, any of them are just more viable. I mean, Carson Wentz was more viable.
Right. Yeah, that shows you. Okay, let's summarize this then. So bottom line is, in this range of the rounding, because you believe Price and Coleman and your guy Emmett Johnson will all go day 2. You believe all of them are viable in mixing in kind of equally amongst these vets, maybe more than the Woody Mark.
My point is they're a better bet. They have a better upside play than a Ja'Cory Marks or a Ja'Cory Krusky-Merritt or a Woody Marks, or even like a Kenneth Gainwell, et cetera.
Yeah. Because Emmett Johnson's right there
some
too.
of those guys, like, depending on where Algier and Dowdle land, they could end up being clearly better plays, and then their ADPs will reflect that.
Right. No, I'm with you. I kind of like those rookies better than these vets as well. Any other, I know later receiver, we hit that like top tier that we know is going round 1. I know you love Surratt. Go ahead.
I think the interesting thing is Boston and Concepcion.
Oh, yeah. I forgot them. I wanted to just jump to your guy because literally I have, in just like whatever 8 or 9 drafts I've done, over half have been here on stream with you. I have a ton of, it's almost all Emma Johnson and Surratt, because I know how bullish you are. And I've taken that again year after year with, like, a couple of years ago with Laporta, and then, the BTJ, Lad McConkey, and last year with Scatterbo. Like, I know rookies, and so I just blindly follow. And so I'm going to have so much, because again, you're not even paying a high tier price for that. So tell me more about Boston and Concepcion. Yeah.
Could you look at where
I don't know where they go, so you're going to have to tell me.
104, and then Concepcion's like 130.
Okay. And this is why I'm not going to be doing rankings till after the Big Four season, because I don't even know where these guys go exactly. Okay.
So this is the why I'm a big fan of Boston. Boston, could it be Concepcion? Could it be Omar Cooper Jr.? Like maybe somebody else pops. There's still 2 months until the draft. A lot could happen, a lot could change. But Denzel Boston right now is pretty universally projected as the fourth receiver. Could go 5. 10 picks behind the last of that original trio. And those guys all go between 55 and 60. Boston's 40 picks later and, 45 picks later. So, I mean, that's just a massive 3+ round discount. And
on a first round receiver, basically.
And those guys are competing against ones, Terry McLaurin above them, guys like Sutton and, Metcalf and Evans below them, but they're competing against ones. Boston is competing against 2s or 3s, and the reality is, for an instance, Boston, where he's going, could be the Buffalo Bills target. And he's going just slightly ahead of Khalil Shakir. I mean, he would be the number 1 team touchdown weapon of Josh Allen. That sounds pretty good to me. Again, we don't know where like Wan'Dale and Juwan Jennings will go. So maybe they get a great landing spot. But right now, I want to take a lot of Boston because he's the guy who I think post-draft could really rise up the rankings.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Now, and I do read your articles. I edit them. I read them. I swear, but I don't have them memorized yet outside of Emmett Johnson and Surratt. So Boston, do you feel like he's NFL ready? And I know you'll be doing, again, by the way, your receiver breakdowns for the YouTube members this weekend, but I know that's like your biggest issue with receivers is sometimes they're raw and they're not NFL ready. And that's how you felt about even Ioman or Mike Robb's guy last year and years before that, like the Legettes and the who's the guy with Washington now?
Traylon Burks.
Yeah. Anyways, do you feel like Boston, even going in the late first round, is NFL ready?
Yeah, I think he really improved. He only got to play 2 years because Washington had all those other great receivers early in his career, and but he was a starter these last 2 years, and I thought really improved the second year. And being the son of an NFL guy, it's not like that's a guarantee, but he's been around the game. He knows what he's doing. And I think from the role that he has is being a touchdown weapon, there's also just a lot of value there because if he gets that, the other guys in this range are not going to be big touchdown guys. Wan'Dale's not going to get 10 touchdowns. Xavier Worthy, as much as I like him, probably isn't getting 10 touchdowns. Jordan Addison, maybe for good enough quarterbacks there, maybe. But, Shakir, Jayden Reed, these guys are not getting Coker. We're not seeing 10 touchdowns from any of these guys. Boston has that ability. Yeah.
Okay. So we definitely want to mix Boston in as much or more than these guys. How about Concepcion, which you said is around 127, going around Golden, Higgins, Debo, Shaheed, Butte. To me, if you like him, those vets do not take me off of him. So
I'm actually kind of bullish on I have Debo and Higgins ranked higher. I have Concepcion ranked higher as well. Because I'm bullish that Higgins, very high second round capital last year, Kirk moving on. I just think he gets a bigger role, and Debo, free agent, but he's just such a touchdown producer. And
I'm very locked into the 49ers. They want him back. George Kittle loves him. They talked at the Super Bowl. They want him back. I watch Wifed Up, Mic'd Up, and then I love George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey, and I watch like all their YouTube stuff. Watched a lot of Radio Row stuff, and he said he hung out with Debo, and I think Debo's.
I wouldn't be surprised, especially if Jennings leaves. Ayuk's out the door. Debo, Pearsall, they do some of the similar things, but they can both play. And I mean, Kyle Shanahan is just one of the most innovative coaches. So I'm not too worried about it. And I'm bullish on Shaheed also, but I like Concepcion in this range. I also just like, again, we're getting another 2+ rounds of discount from Boston. Again, these guys could go back to back in the draft. Like they're both probably in the 20s in the first round. Maybe one falls into the second round. I doubt it. Just given the strength of this draft and everything. But
So while you're very bullish on like Jaden Higgins and those guys, you do want to mix in a good bit of Concepcion.
Yeah, and I will say, like, go up slightly. I like that trio, and add in Shahid as well, kind of more than, like Coker, Godwin. Godwin, it kind of depends on it. Is Evans back or not?
You're not going to be a cokehead this year, Steve?
I mean, I could be. It just depends on what the Panthers do. Like, do the Panthers go out and bring in Kyle Pitts at tight end, and now they have a big tight end weapon or something?
All right, let's talk about your guy. And I know there's some guys lower. We don't need to talk about them. Mix in at your discretion. But and read Steve's wide receiver article. Substack link in the description. Check out his YouTube video this weekend, breaking down the receivers, just like he broke down quarterbacks, tight ends, running backs. I know there's going to be guys that maybe you'll mix in like 2 to 4%, and maybe some that you just barely sprinkle. But I know you love Elijah Surratt, Indiana receiver, came over from JMU, 171 ADP. His ADP, wouldn't be surprised if it fell after the combine because he's not a fast guy. But I know you love him and think he's like a Cooper Cup like route technician. So I assume you're going to be much higher than the market, much higher than the field, and much higher than guys, these vets in this range.
Yeah, exactly. And
I summed it up, but break it down further as to why.
2 other rookies who I consider the same. One is his college teammate, Omar Cooper Jr., and then Jeremy Bernard. I think these guys are going to be coaches' favorites when the process is said and done. Cooper Jr. he's definitely getting the most buzz right now. He might end up being the highest drafted of those 3. Surratt also has the benefit of being a big touchdown weapon. So just from a fantasy perspective, even if Cooper is the first pick in the second round, Surratt's the last pick in the second round, Surratt could have more paths to outproduce him fantasy wise. As I mentioned on my show earlier, and Huhames, I think, mentioned he sees one of them going to the Raiders with Mendoza.
Makes sense.
That's possible. I also don't be surprised if one of these guys ends up in Pittsburgh in the second round, given Frank Cinetti Jr., Kirk Cinetti's brother, is now coach in Pittsburgh.
Very good call. Very good call on that. Well, I think we covered this pretty well. Are there any other guys you want to shout out talking about vets versus rookies looking at the ADP?
I think the other guys that are interesting are the Penn State duo of running backs, Katron Allen. He's really fallen to the 160s, 170. And then Nicholas Singleton, somewhat due to his foot, is falling to like the 180s, 190. But just because they're falling to this range, there's just real paths where no other running back in this. I mean, Tank Bigsby could be splitting with Shipley again as the number 2 back. Brian Robinson maybe gets a better landing spot. Keaton Mitchell, will the new staff like him? I mean, Caleb Johnson might be totally dust. There's just so many unknowns in that range. And then Allen, I think, is even a bit more interesting, just because I think both those guys could go in the 3rd round.
What number is Allen?
167.
Okay. Katron Allen right next to Braylon Allen, Aaron Jones, Tajay Spears, Sean Tucker.
And so, I mean, I like Sean Tucker a bit, but and some of this is free agents, like maybe Rashard White gets better landing space. Maybe when Aaron Jones gets cut, maybe he's going to the Steelers to go back with McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers. Stuff like that. But like Braylon Allen, if Breece Hall stays, Braylon Allen probably doesn't have a ton of value. If Breece Hall leaves, maybe the Jets, they have so much money, they could go bring in some big name. So it all depends on how things shake out for those situations. But currently right now, I think it's a fair bet for a guy still with a lot of day 2 upside, definitely 3rd round, but he definitely has that, or at worst early 4th round, like we saw with, Bucky 2 years ago and then Scatterboo last year.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? Because I want to bring over Cooler's Discord chart that I thought was really informative before we get into drafts. So anything? Okay, perfect. Let me do that. Give me 1 second here. Okay, Discord. So Coolers took down, because again, Steve's rankings were updated today. And Coolers is taking that data and comparing it against other rankings in the industry, ETR and Leg Up being the two biggest ones, obviously. And this isn't to say this isn't a competition. This isn't to like call anything out. It's just to show, that you have different stands. And again, not everybody's going to be right, not everybody's going to be wrong, just because there is discrepancies in where your rankings are. There are reasons why, and again, we're all going to have hits, we're all going to have misses. I know last year I was very proud of both of us being way under on Brandon Ayuk, way under on Anthony Richardson, way above on like Daniel Jones, obviously rookies like Cam Scatterbo, then the market. You always want to kind of nail that right, but there are big discrepancy. He found the 20 most discrepancies essentially amongst players, and it's of all rankings, but especially obviously top ranked players, and then kind of some key insights. So let's just break it down super quick. We can go dive into deeper maybe in another show, but looking at the first page, obviously Puka, Love, Rice, Bowers, Benson, Allen. So not all top ranked guys. Tootin, Pickens, Hampton, Swift. So you are lower than consensus on Puka, and that's because you have some running backs higher. Like I think on the second page we'll see Gibbs that you're higher on, and then and I know that just is contributing to there's Devontae Adams there. Is Matthew Stafford going to run as pure on touchdowns? That kind of stuff. You're lower on Jeremiah Love. That's like one of the biggest discrepancies. We'll talk about that in a minute. Rashee Rice. I mean, he's just a horrible human. Is that part of what's going on there?
Well, it's just, I think we do need to account for just the real chance that if he gets suspended, the hammer is going to come down. The NFL made that clear last year. And then even, paying off that price is tough. And, we'll see with Bieniemy. I'm projecting Kelsey back. So I think that knocks him. I think for Rice to pay off that price, he needs Kelsey to retire. He needs Mahomes to be back 100, basically 100% week one. He needs them not to sign or draft any other big time receiver. And it's just him and Worthy. And, that's a lot to ask, and of course not to get suspended. So that's like a lot to ask for to pay off that price.
Well, let me read them all, and then Puka, you're a little bit lower. Love, much lower. Rice, much lower. Bowers, much lower. Benson, much lower. We were laughing about in Discord today. Allen, a little higher. Tootin, much lower. Pickens, much higher. Hampton, much higher, and Swift, much higher. So of those higher and lower, which ones do you want to point out the most on? We don't need to talk about all 20 players. Again, you have your reasons for why. And some of these reasons, I know I always appreciate Emo Cowboy saying strong opinions held loosely. These could change. If Jeremiah Love goes to the Chiefs, and when at 34, that means to take them when they fall. You don't want to have zero Jeremiah Love necessarily, but you're just not looking to take him around 16 or 20 where the others have him ranked. So you want to have a little bit of him. And of course, changing your opinions. If he gets like a awesome landing spot, you're obviously going to adapt to that for best ball season itself. And rankings will be changing, obviously during this big board season, but of course, after best ball season, there'll be totally different rankings based on landing spots. And of course, actually big board rankings will change throughout as we hear more free agency news and that kind of stuff. So I know Love is basically one of the biggest ones that you and I have talked about. I know you want to get a little, but just you have some concerns. Why don't you talk about him and any other ones that stand out the most to you on this page, and then we'll go to page 2.
Yeah, so the big thing with Love is right behind him is Derrick Henry. What are the odds that Jeremiah Love outscores Derrick Henry? I mean, that seems very, very, very slim. And even just sticking at running back, there were receivers there, and I one of them higher ranked than George Pickens, but even just sticking at running back, you then have Chase Brown, you then have Kenneth Walker, Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs in a bad year had 15 touchdowns last year. That's a tough price to pay for Love, having to beat out all these guys to make it worth the while. 34 is a little harsh, but I kind of treat that in. We were just simply wrong on Genty. And just as we were wrong a couple of years ago in Bijan Robinson was nowhere close to paying off as a rookie at that price tag. And, we just generally don't see rookies, regardless of the landing spot, regardless of what it pans out, fully pay off, mid-second round price tag, like Love is going in his ADP and where those other rankings are. So that's my concern with him. And I compare it to Amari and Hampton. Hampton got a great landing spot last year, and particularly with the Najee injury, eye injury over the summer. We were only taking Hampton 35 to 40. And, that's when their offensive line was healthy. That's when he had everything going for him. So why are we taking Love? Love is Blind. I know it's a show, but why are we taking Love is Blind? At half that price? That just doesn't make sense to me. And I just think it's such an opportunity cost given the established running backs right behind him, given some of the established receivers right there, namely George Pickens. Who
you are higher on the market than,
and let's also like Nico Collins.
Okay,
years of big time production.
Let's take a quick break. Let me say hi to the chat. A couple good comments in chat. We don't want to get too far behind, and then you can hit a couple other highlights on this because I do find this very useful. And again, shout out to Coolers. He said exactly the goal is just producing a list of where the rankings providers currently disagree the most and keep tweaking the format to improve. I think it's excellent, and it just shows everybody has their reasons for why, and that's okay, and that's why because there will be a lot of consensus on others and that kind of stuff. And I'm sure, there will be some rookies that you're way higher on. I'm guessing, like Emma Johnson, Surratt, you're much higher than the market on them. And so we'll continue to look at this maybe, every couple of weeks using Coolers data. And we appreciate Coolers for breaking this down because it is just a helpful exercise of why. And again, to Emo Cowboys point, strong opinions held loosely, always pivoting and changing based on what is happening in the market. But this is excellent. Let me get to a couple other comments quickly and some hellos to people. And again, make sure you hit that like button. I believe only 10 more likes. We'll give away 5 YouTube membies, 1 month of our YouTube memberships. 10 more likes. If you're coming in, hit that like button. We certainly appreciate it. Maybe you'll get a YouTube membership. But yeah, we got our guy Thad in there. And yes, we talked about Aiden and drafting with us. We got our guy Tim H in here. Appreciate to see that. Thoughts on super late vets before we know the situations. Do you have any strong takes on these, Steve?
I think taking them some, like I took Kirk and Keenan Allen in drafts earlier today, just because, Kirk signed somewhere that ends up like a decent landing spot. He's going to go up 50 spots. If Keenan Allen A comes back and B, whether it's, back with the Chargers or back somewhere else that's good, he could go up 100 spots. So it's like, it's just worth betting on some of that value. Bateman in Hollywood don't necessarily have those jumps, but they could jump as well, depending on what, Bateman's under contract. Hollywood's a free agent. So slightly different situations there, but depending on what the Ravens do, if they don't bring in anyone, Bateman should be going higher. Mm-hmm. And if Hollywood gets a okay landing spot, he should go higher.
Yeah, right now all of those for me are just sprinkles, but I get what you're saying. Aiden says Fryermuth in 1920 is a gem. Meg, I've heard you say that before. Yes, I have. I still believe him. Arthur Smith should have used him more last year. I think they will. When he was out there, he was productive, and so I hope this coaching staff will use him more. So I love the late price on Fryermuth for sure. Saying that Concepcion to the 49ers would be a good fit. I do think Josh Downs is a good value.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Robb giving me a hard time that I don't have your rankings memorized, but I do. The guys that I know you're super bullish on, Steve, I may have even more than I have on Cam Skattebo. Or do you think that's right or wrong?
That's probably wrong because you're way too high on Cam Skattebo.
No, I wasn't. If he was a league winner had he stayed healthy. Are you freaking kidding me? He was a league winner if he would have stayed healthy. You nailed it. You knocked it out of the park, both during the process and then the landing spot. Some people feared Tracy. Tracy's not that good. We made the right call. It just, you can't control injuries, but we will do like a kind of lessons learned type stuff soon. But yes, I am very happy I was bullish on Cam Skattebo. I'm right now very bullish on Surratt. I want to get more into Cooper and Emma Johnson are my faves. But yes, I am a loving sister memorizing. Sounds like Boston is more than. Oh, good one. Good pun. Absolutely good pun. Thad's with always Coker. Mike's Rob attacking that I need to get a healthier hobby than listening to the Wags podcast. They're entertaining. So behind the scenes, what can I say? Aiden says buy the Raiders stock all day. I do feel like I am very intrigued by the Raiders offense. We got Mr. Mufasa in here. GM to you too. Great to see you. And yes, this is what we're looking at is Cooler's chart in our Discord. Link in description of our Discord. Link in description, free 7-day trial for our Substack. Steve's rankings, which are, what he is comparing ETR leg up Steve's rankings to, is in the link for Substack. Check it out, free 7-day trial. Of course, it's a competition. It's fantasy. Malik Washington, that could be a good little sleeper. Tim H says 75 Muth at that late. Why not? We got Pepper Tony, Sup Pups. Great to see you, Pepper Tony, in here.
He's on Huheim's channel today. I didn't get the chance to watch it yet. But.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, then be sure to check that out. Our guy Huheims was in here earlier, putting out amazing content. Check out Pepper Tony on Huheims channel. That's awesome. Tim, you and I lockstep. I love the Muth call. I want to be right back there. Get a lot of Muth that late. Under McCarthy's offense, completely brand new. Yeah, I would hope. I mean, McCarthy's offense was pretty bullish with tight ends over the years, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Dalton Schultz, Jake Ferguson, both had big time top 10 seasons.
And our guy Huheims is still there. So we'll have to check out that show. Thank you, Huheims. Cooler says Steve must feel like Dr. Frankenstein, horrified of his creation for Scatteraboo Superman. Yep. That's hysterical. Get ready to learn Evan Johnson this year. I absolutely love it. Best Ball and Q, great to see you in here as well. Outside of Pickens and Swift, I don't have much of any of these guys. Well, some you're higher on, some you're lower on. So caught up with chat. Appreciate you guys. Again, make sure you hit the like button. We will soon give out some YouTube members. Steve, finish up. You talked about why you're lower than the field on Love. Who else on this, and Rice? Who else do you want to point out on this list of why you are where you stand?
Yeah. So, I mean, just a couple, one, Hampton. I'm much more bullish on Hampton. And for me, it just became a couple of things. One, Chargers should be a good offense. They get both their tackles back. While they need to figure out some of their interior offensive line, they have a ton of money to do it. I expect them to be very aggressive in building their offensive line with those resources. And Mike McDaniel is now the offense coordinator. Mike McDaniel, one, coming from the Shanahan system, which has always been great for running backs, lest we forget. And then also the last 3 years, Mike McDaniel, Achane the last 2 years, top 10 back. And then the year before that, Raheem Mostert was RB3. So, why can Amari and Hampton not be a top tier back? I absolutely love this connection of what the Chargers can do, getting their tackles healthy, and of course, Mike McDaniel. So big on that.
I might be a little too obsessed with the Chargers, but I absolutely love it. Tim asking a little, just curious, why so bearish on Benson? I know we were laughing about it in Discord today, but go ahead.
That's one I'll probably adjust. I just didn't tweak it this time. I initially had it higher and then I moved it down. And the thing is, like, James Conner is there and under contract. Maybe they move on from him. I think that's less likely. But Benson, not drafted by this current regime, not drafted by Mike LaFleur. I think Cards have some money. If they do, whether move on from Connor or just bring in competition with Connor, I just think Benson is the type of guy who could really get lost in the mix. And also coming back from an injury, he's just not shown any sign of staying healthy. So right now, yes, he's technically the number 2 back in a murky offense, but I just don't know how locked in that is. This is not the same as, like, the Vikings have a murky offense with 2 backs of Aaron Jones and who could get cut and Jordan Mason, but it's the same offense. So, I just think LaFleur probably brings in somebody. They could draft somebody in like the 2nd or 3rd round to take over and get their guy. Or look, if Breece Hall leaves, the Jets, Mike LaFleur was his offensive coordinator when they were drafted, so they could target him or something like that. So I just expect them to do something at the running back position. And best case scenario for him is he has to beat out Connor, which is not easy. So
I get that. I agree with Thad. Chargers to the moon for sure. Okay, anybody else on this page? And then we got to get into a draft. We're an hour in. We need to draft here, and we have a whole nother page here. Any other on this page you want?
So 2 others, like Tootin. For me, this is, I think, where his ADP is, and both, not throwing shade, but I think ETN and leg up, the 70s make sense if ETN leaves. If ETN doesn't leave, to me, that makes 0 sense. That'd make him the highest well, technically, Ramondre Stevenson is the highest drafted number 2 back, though he's the number 1 on the team. That's a weird situation. But that would make Tootin clearly the highest number 2 back, like above Corum, above Monangai, above all these other guys. And he had nowhere near the usage of those other guys. So now if Etienne leaves, I will move him up considerably. But right now that's an RB dead zone for me, where that is. And if I'm taking an RB dead zone guy, I'd much rather take Jalen Warren or Tony Pollard than Bashal Tootin, who I don't even know if Liam Cohen likes. So I put him kind of at the back end of like backup running backs who could get some usage. I mean, technically I have him, above like Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt and I think even Woody Marks. So it's still kind of bullish if you think about it that way, because those guys outproduced him last year. But yeah, so that's one that could change solely dependent on Etienne. The other one is, of course, Swift. I have no idea why ADP and people are just so low on him. He looked great. Ben Johnson is great. The offensive line is great. This offense is another one that could be to the moon. And yes, Monangai is going to work in there, but we've just seen Ben Johnson have multiple years of top 15 running backs. So why would we not take one in the top 15 in DeAndre Swift?
Okay. Answer this question quickly, and then we'll quickly go to the second page. Maybe we'll make this I'll talk to Coolers. Maybe like your next update, we'll make this like a premium, like a YouTube member show, which by the way, 3 more likes. We give out 5 YouTube memberships for 1 month, 3 more likes. So if you're watching, hit that like button. You'll have a chance to win a month of the YouTube memberships. Answer this question quickly, Steve. He says he likes Hampton, but feels like more of a bet on the situation. I know you still like the prospect too, I assume, right? Quickly, and then we want to get to. I
think the talent. I actually think the talent is extremely high. I think Hampton is another one. If he didn't get injured last year, he was ripping off some big time, gains early on, and then he gets injured and he comes back, and it was just a gnat. I mean, he had foot surgery and came back, 8 weeks later. So I think, given the year, him fully healed up, like he was a first round talent for a reason. And so I think the talent is high. I think the situation is great. I'm assuming he's healthy in this, exercise, but I don't think there's any reason to assume otherwise.
All right, let's go quickly through this, and maybe should I hear money? I'm in Coolers. I do need to. We need. I definitely love everything you're doing here. We need to charge that new earrings money for this alpha. Oh my God. We got JAB in here, GM. Great to hit that like. We appreciate it. 2 more likes. We'll give away some YouTube membies. That was absolutely hysterical, Coolers. But no, we definitely want to use this for more content for sure. And by the way, we've got a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we're working on that is going to be excellent content from Mike, Rob, and others. And we cannot wait to bring it to you. Just a little tease of something that will be coming when official best ball season, official best ball season. I mean, when the BBM drops right after the NFL draft. So, but I want to take these charts that Coolers does and kind of expand on it maybe more often each month. But let's quickly go through here so then we can get into a draft finally. Maybe hit 2 or 3 of why you are higher or lower.
Yeah, so I'll just go on real quickly. The 4 guys with double-digit gaps. Breece Hall, this is solely, I'm baking in a percentage fear that he remains with the Jets, most likely through a franchise tag, or than just vastly overpaying him. If so, I'm going to be I want to be kind of out on him. And 39-32 isn't even that big. But Jordan Addison, still just a lot of risk on the situation. I'm willing to believe and bet on Justin Jefferson. A lot could depend. Do they bring back Naylor? Is Hawkinson and Jones cut? There's a lot of moving pieces with the Vikings right now. If all those things happen, I'll probably move Addison up. I just worry, even with an upgrade at quarterback like a Kirk Cousins, I think it's tough for him to be a top 100 guy. RJ Harvey, I think they're bringing in another running back. Every indication shows that they want that. And if that's the case, I don't see him really cracking the top 50. I think he's kind of a good back, but a limited, passing down, some fun speed option type guy, but just not a full workload guy who kind of deserves top 50 pick. And then finally, Cortland Sutton, Denver. Also, I just firmly believe he should go where he went last year, and essentially where his production has been. His production has been relatively consistent the last like 4 years, particularly from a touchdown standpoint. And I think he's the clear number one on one of the better teams and better offenses in the league. So I feel that is just kind of a better upside play than honestly a lot of other even veteran receivers, and definitely over those rookies like we talked about before.
Yeah, no, I think that was a good summary. Mike Robb says they could pay Brees $1 million a year. You could tell he wants to leave, like a little emotional teenage boy. And then GAB says Jets always want to make a splash, whether it works or not. Could see them making a trade this year at quarterback. We appreciate you. Aiden says needs that membership and loves all the insight. And we appreciate hearing that because this has been fun. I mean, like we could spend a whole show on that, and that's my point. If Coolers is able to keep doing comparisons, maybe this could be some kind of premium YouTube feature that we do, because I think it's really interesting of the why, and again, pivoting as the free agency and draft and camp and mini camp and training camp and preseason, that's why you want to have the rankings. And again, link in the description for the Substack, link in the description for, which is totally free, the Discord that Coolers posts this. And I think we need one more talk about and one more player, Steve, while I double check, and then maybe we can send that out before you start a draft.
So the other one here, I guess, would be Drake London. I'm only 2 from behind the 1, but I just have questions on the quarterback situation there. I love him as a player, but whether it's Penix, whether they bring in somebody, I just think there's a lot of question marks. And same kind of with Neighbors. That's more injury based. Little Matt Nagy. But just worry about Neighbors coming back from the injury. Is he going to be 100%? We've seen a lot of guys come back from injuries kind of slow. And, when the reports aren't trending well, that's not great.
All right. We are, as Best Ball Q, thank you very much, notified us. I think we're at 31. So membership are incoming. So yeah, we have that. Let me look to do that as you, let me see here. Go to the lab, and it is time to send out 1 month of 5 to 5 people for a free Fanspeak fan membership. So that is incoming now. And I should be able to see who. So yes, it is Fantasy Monster, our guy Thad, GAB, Brat, BRADT, good to see you, Charles Nelson, and Mr. Pittsburgh 21. Those are the 5 winners of 1 month of our Fanspeak YouTube membership. We appreciate you. That was fun. Thank you for getting us to 30 likes. We're going to keep talking because we're going to keep drafting. Again, links in the description for Discord, links in the description for a 7-day free trial of our YouTube. And yes, I'm sorry that you didn't get this one, Aiden, but check it out. I think you'll be, whether it's the Substack or the YouTube or both, we appreciate you. But GAB says, yay, Fancy Monster, appreciate it. Congrats to the fellas. Mike says, all of you send me your social and mother's name, will get you in the Discord. He's hysterical. No, link in the description for our free Discord. A lot of good combo in there. Definitely check that out. I'll also post it in the YouTube for the YouTube members. And we've got a very good, weekly rookie series going on. We'll do more rookies for these YouTube memberships. And then we'll start doing stuff like this, like breaking down just more in-depth stuff for sure. So that was a lot of fun. And we got our guy Fantasy Dog in here. So we appreciate you. So passports will be scanned. So love to see it. But yeah, Coolers, and again, big shout out to Coolers and everything he does and everything he and Mike Robb do for it. Mike Robb ran a contest for Super Bowl that I will be drafting with the winner this summer. I think the winner said more like June, July. So we'll run more contests that then we can draft on our dime with us, and that'll be super fun. And then Coolers dropping all this. Like, we have so many people that are contributing to this Discord and making it so fun. We appreciate you. So jump in, link in the description. And yeah, hopefully you find our YouTube membership and our Substack very useful too. So yeah, we got a lot of like the congrats and all that type of stuff as well. So thank you guys. Now it's time to draft, Steve. We've talked through it all. I think I have your rankings uploaded. Again, rankings you just updated today. I think I have them updated correctly. I'm just going to try it here on the old screen. We'll see if it works. If not, I apologize ahead of time. But yeah, a little fat approved. So we're entering the big board here. Oh, do I still have? No, I have the right screen up. Okay. So we're entering the big board here, and I'll just count it down from here. And if it doesn't work, I'll try again on my phone. So counting from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter. Nope. And let me try it again. This is why I usually do it on my phone, but let's see, enter again. Nope. Okay, I'm doing it on my phone. Best laid plans, right? That was not intentional. I thought I'd just do it the easy way right on the screen, but that's all good. It's all good. Whoever got in, good luck in your drafts. And let me see, I am in now, 6 more to go. So maybe we got lucky and it didn't fill up. I swear, yes, it's Cobra. Cobra is who won the Super Bowl contest. Yeah. Congratulations to Cobra for winning the Super Bowl prop contest. So he will be drafting with me a BBM. Well, I think he chose me, but whoever he wants to draft with on the Fanspeak team in June or July. Oh yeah, the Meg Cobra draft. Let's go. I'm looking forward to it. We got our guy Emo Cowboy in here. Great to see you. I watched Toxic Tower last night. Very entertaining. They were doing like, do I even have the thing pulled up?
Don't have it up.
I just, holy shit. I'm terrible. Okay. I'm at the 10 spot, or sorry, we're at the 10 spot. Coolers got in with us at 1. Young Moolah, which is GAB, at 4. Mike at 9. We're at 10.
Mr. Mufasa's in.
How did I miss Mr.? Oh, yes. Okay. So we're at 1 Coolers, 4 Young Moolah, 5 Mr. Mufasa, 9 Mike Robb, us at the 10 spot. There we go. Friends and family draft, having a time. Love to see it. So yeah, I was just having so much fun talking. I forgot to put the thing up. So even though I, messed it up with the drafting on the computer, we're still live here. But yeah, good to see Emo Cowboy. They had like Steve, like super chats, like giving Eric more vetoes. Very entertaining. You'll have to let us know if you're keeping that up, Emo. That was very entertaining. Yeah, we got the Cowboy in here. Look at Emo Cowboy gifting Appreciate a membership. That. I mean, absolute legend. I just joined Emo Cowboy. I just joined Toxic. I was gifted a membership. I just joined Toxic Towers Discord, another great Discord to be in. So thank you, Emo Cowboy, for gifting a membership. And that was, yes, it looks like received by Emo Cowboy. So hopefully maybe he got it. It went to me. He said, love it. We want you in here. So you're doing, sometimes good deeds, they deserve to be given right back. So we got Steph in here, absolutely hysterical. Hey, we have no control. Emo has no control. We have no control. YouTube just said, you know what, Emo, you're so kind in the industry. You gifted a membership. It's going right back to you. And I absolutely love that. So, okay, we're about to be on the clock here, Steve, and James Cook, Genty, A-Chan, of course, running backs at the top by ADP. Yeah, where do you want to go?
James Cook.
Steve, you take James. We took him all the time. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to fight with you because I was dead wrong last year. In fact, on a co-stream draft with Toxic Tower, I embarrassed myself. Their team crushed. They ended up getting James Cook. Their team was amazing. Our team was terrible. And my vetoes were terrible. And I said like embarrassing stuff, like saying like over my dead body, do I want to take James Cook? He's going to regress. See, I think we should have taken Jefferson there. Don't you think he's going to raise up like to like 7 or something?
No way should he go that high.
Okay, can we take Hampton? Because he's the top of your rankings. We just talked about Hampton and why you had him ranked so much higher. So I figured we just
I think Jefferson can go where the guy DC 352 got him like at the turn, or even like 11, 12 type. But I don't think he's going 7.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let me catch up with the chat. Yeah. The tech. Mike always does a tech score. Tech versus Meg. Tech up by 10 heading into the second. It's absolutely hysterical. Yeah. Oh, Aiden, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. One draft or two guys wasn't able to get. I apologize that we weren't able to get you in this one. But yes, GAB's in with us. Good luck. And I absolutely love that. Emo got it.
We are going to do a second draft to let Aiden know.
Yes. We will do a second draft. So, okay. So Emo said we're doing it again, but not so cheap for the people to super chat for Eric's vetoes.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's going to cost the chat to give Eric more vetoes. That's absolutely hysterical. But I absolutely love it. But Nick, good to see you. He is a guy. No, you're not. You're not a grifter. You're so supportive, and I love that you got the Memby. We got some fun stuff coming up. I'm really excited about like what we have coming up this spring, but also like right after the NFL draft for the official and official best ball season. So just hitting the chat, and a lot of jokes about that. Yes, Aiden says perfect. We will be doing a second draft for sure. Anything you're seeing surprising on the board, Steve?
No, not really. I mean, Neighbors falling some in London. That's kind of where I have them. I think Pickens and Collins make sense above them right now. Not like 100% of the time, but I get it.
So yeah, I mean, Nick asks, do either of you have any fades in rounds 1 or 2? I'll go underweight, but I typically don't want to fade anybody in round 1, but I will go underweight. Round 2 is where I will make some stands. I'll let you answer this question though more specifically though, Steve.
Yeah. So for me, and this is not because I don't think they're great players, but I'm going to be underweight, not full fades, but underweight considerably on McBride and Bowers. It's just such an opportunity cost, particularly with such a drop off at the running back position. Like I can get Tyler Warren in the 60s, and I can make a very strong case for him producing at least close into the ballpark as McBride and Bowers. The running backs in the 60s, I can't. I can't make that case. For producing anywhere near these running backs. And, same with receivers. Like I'm going to want Pickens. I'm going to want Collins. I'm going to even want some Neighbors in London. The other one would be Rice. Right now, I just have a tough time clicking it. I think there's so many unknowns. We just need to hear some more.
Okay. So ADP, Josh Allen, Tetaroa, Kyron, ETN, Garrett Wilson. I kind of want a receiver here. What do you want to do? 7 seconds.
Mac.
You really like him this early? It just feels a little early to me. I don't know.
I mean, the thing with T-Mac, I do have some questions about Bryce Young, of course, but he had a good rookie year. I mean, he won at Rookie of the Year. And at the same time, there were so many missed opportunities. A, he had some drops. B, Bryce Young just missed him. So, just working together more, I hope those improve. To me, he is a path to just outplay his current ADP, not by a ton, but by a little bit.
Okay, so you had Allen ranked, higher than the market, and well, we're back on the Cook. As Aiden mentioned, it probably should have been a stack we considered. We didn't, but I'm just going to bully you, and I went Scatterbo.
Okay.
We can do later running backs now that we went 0-3-1. But we start James Cook, Amari, and Hampton, Camp, Scatterbo, Tet. I know his mom doesn't want you to call it. It's just hard to say Tetaroa, T-Mac. But 0-3-1 to start. This comment is a good point. So you answered Nick's question. I think that was a good answer. Sorry, but Aiden made a good point. We probably should consider, especially since you have Allen ranked higher than the field, probably should have done team correlation. Do you regret that?
I think that's a great point. Regret. I think we already have one of those teams, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's not like you have to do it every time, but
Yeah.
he did fall a little bit. So I think that.
But I think it's great. I mean, we've just seen this offense, top 5 offense, essentially every year. Joe Brady, it should be the same offense. You know, Cook is their number 1 weapon. Allen is the number 1 quarterback. So yeah, no, lot to like there.
All right. So Tim says, just got Emmett Johnson 165. Ask me anything. You know, we like to hear that. Steve, for a super chat, have you figured out the button cost for the stream? You know, Toxic Tower has the Eric gets extra vetoes. If you figured out a button cost, let the chat know. So where did London go in this one? I'm trying to.
He went around the turn.
Okay.
The
2-3. Gotcha. Yeah. No, that is a big fall for sure. So in or out on Bucky, I haven't taken him yet. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm indifferent. I don't love the cost just because, well, I think Rashard White is gone, and it does go back to being a 2-man backfield. Unfortunately, I feel like Sean Tucker will have the most valuable part of that role, the touchdowns. And while Bucky, I think, is going to get a ton of yards, a ton of catches, for me, taking a 3rd round back who could struggle to get 10 touchdowns is tough. Is tough sledding. So he just has to be so good in the yardage department. I know Bijan struggled to get touchdowns, but Bijan nearly set the yardage record. Bucky's not going to do that.
Yeah. Makes sense out of who when you need a draft. Yeah. Sometimes I just get so into the chat that I don't realize on the clock. GAB saw me queuing up scat. I could not resist. No, I could not. And I'm very happy, by the way. I saw you moved him up a little. I don't think you moved him up enough, but I saw you moved him up a little. But I think, you know, at the turn, 3-4 turn here is very nice.
I think he's a 4th round pick.
I don't know. In hindsight, I kind of wish we would have gotten Jefferson and had like Jefferson, Hampton, and then maybe like a McConkey. I don't know. Or no, McConkey. He got Mike got McConkey before us. Never mind.
I mean, I think we could have pulled up Devontae Adams over T-Mac, but you know.
Okay, based on your rank, your guy Jordan Tyson, who you're very bullish on, Sutton, who you discussed as having above, you know, the field, Lemon, another rookie, Rome. We have a receiver. We need receivers, and there's a lot of receivers here. So where do you want to go? That's based on ranking, based on ADP.
Yeah.
You know, Rome, Lemon.
Let's do Lemon. Let's do a rookie. I mean, I like Sutton. Sutton's safer, but Lemon is fun. Okay.
Well, we're coming up again. I say we double tap receivers because we went 3 running backs out of the gate. So I assume you don't have as much interest. Now, I like DK with the new offense too. So I'll throw him out there too. Yeah. I know you have, Marv and BTJ ranked lower based on your rank, but you have DK right there. So here's 3 receivers. We'll get one of them. We'll get one of them. I don't know. I don't have DK yet. So we're down to Evan. You and I have taken a lot of Evans. Can we take DK in this one?
All right. We'll take DK.
I won't.
Obviously, Evans has a better quarterback stack, but.
Well, no shit. I mean, I know that if he goes back to Baker, the Bucks, but I'm just saying, I literally think if we've drafted 4 big boards already together, we have Evans in like 3 of them. Maybe I'm making that up. Let me check it out.
You're definitely making that up.
And my story, talk about something fun while I look this up because I want to like prove myself wrong.
No, I mean, part of the thing is right now we don't have any great stack options. Like even if we take Aaron Rodgers later, that's as a 3rd quarterback. Well, yeah. Bryce Young would be, it's just we have weak stacks, which is fine. I mean, I just read off the winning BBN or big board team last year was taking, Michael Wilson, which paid off. But no, you didn't think that at the time. I'm sure McBride you did, but Demario Douglas was the stack with May. So I do think we should look to get a good quarterback and just realize he's not going to be stacked.
Okay. We have 5 of my 8 entries so far are drafted together. And so number 1, Evans with Baker. Number 2, no Evans. So we're 1-1. Number 3, Baker. No Evans. That surprised me. Number 4, Godwin, not Evans. And 5. Okay, I totally lied. We just had 1, Mike Evans.
Okay.
Good question from Nick. Who do you think is the worst rookie at cost? Don't say Love. Don't. I mean,
No. I mean,
because we know he's good. You're just saying he's high.
Probably Sadiq. Well, I think he likely still goes in the first round. Currently, and he has been sliding a little bit, but currently you have guys like Mark Andrews being taken after him. I can't remember all the tight ends in that range, but just clear, good starting tight ends. Hunter Henry, a little later is like guys like Travis Kelce, AJ Barner.
They're funny. They're entertaining. You get to see the behind the scenes of being a wife of an NFL player. I mean, they're good. They're good. Get to see them getting their makeup done before the games. I mean, I find it very entertaining. And I get some inside knowledge on the 49ers. So I think it's great. Based on rank, Herbert, Pierce, Diggs, Kraft, Michael Wilson, based on ADP. Wilson, Herbert. We could always like backstack Herbert.
We have Hampton, so I'd take Herbert.
Yeah, we could have Hampton too. My bad. I really got to get Best Ball overlay downloaded. I need to look into that. Okay, so we'll take Herbert here, and then we'll be up in like 4 picks. So what did you want to do?
Mike stole Herbert from us.
Son of a bitch, Mike! Come on, we love you, Mike. What did you do to us? Okay, what do we do here?
Let's take Alec Pierce.
Okay, over Diggs.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike, I love you, but that hurt. I can't say that didn't hurt. No, what do you want to do next? Do we want to hit receiver again since we went like so heavy running back, or do you like Monungai, Kraft, Diggs?
Can you click on the quarterback position?
I'm not taking Mahomes here.
Okay. Probably should.
You know who I want to take because I watch 49ers content, if I'm being honest.
Oh my God.
He was a freaking hero in the finals last year. Okay. So
let's take another position.
Okay, well, 0-3-4. I mean, you look at top of ADP and nothing's wowing me. So top of your ranks, Diggs, Pollard, you could go another rookie, Denzel Boston, Worthy, Pitts, Jadarian Price.
I think we take Diggs.
Okay, I can't talk you into Purdy because we're going to have no quarterbacks. I'm writing an article about the quarterback cliff, and it's going to be basically gone by the time we get back to 106 or whatever. All right, fine.
But no, it's ugly, but this is where we're at.
All right. Oh yeah, we do need to look for Emmett Johnson. Thank you, Aiden. Because where's Emmett Johnson?
I think he was talking Quentin Johnston. Herbert.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
got Best Ball guy in here. BBG sighting. I was telling Emo Cowboy, I absolutely loved people super chatting you extra vetoes last night. Very entertaining. He says vet RBs, rookie young wide receivers. So that's what he's leaning into this year. I think Steve could probably get you on Emmett Johnson. I know PPR Tyler loves Emmett Johnson, and I know he likes Nick Singleton later too. So he might be able to get you on those rookie running backs, right, Steve?
Yeah. No, I think what Best Ball guy is saying, like early on, take, in these first 8 rounds, because we haven't gotten even to Jadarian Price or any of the other, just one rookie running back has gone so far.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike Robb, he is Lad. So that's totally fair that you sniped Herbert when you had Lad. So good point. Thad says free VVG. Aiden says Steve's about to age 5 years if Meg mentions 49ers wives quarterbacks are scattered.
Yep.
It's a great podcast, I'm telling you. Who Ames is super in on Emmett too. That's right. PPR Tyler, Who Ames, Steve, all locked in on Emmett. I love it. Emmett is my new Scatabo. But I'm going to be obsessively on Scatabo this year. So it's going to be like a lot of Scatabo Emmett combos in my running back rooms, and I'm going to love it. Let's do it in this one. Nobody steal it from us. After this turn, we can take a look at like what the chat's doing. Like, because we passed on freaking Purdy, look what Coolers did. Smart.
He got Purdy at cost. That's great.
4 picks after I wanted to take him. So I'm just saying.
What do you mean 4 picks after you wanted to take him?
Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Sorry. Yeah, no, that was like 10 picks after. Okay, my bad. That is my bad. And he kind of working on the assumption Jennings coming back, but
it's perfect. Purdy's perfect at the turn when you can pair him with hopefully to get Juwan Jennings back.
Yeah, he got he got Tate, Parker Washington with Lawrence, Purdy, Jennings. Look at that little masterclass over there by Coolers. Love it. All right, we'll be back up at 106, 111. Yeah, I forgot where we were on the board. Oops, my bad. Okay, we're coming up. Whoa, Denzel Boston's still there. Where do you have him ranked?
We need to prioritize quarterback first.
All right, I'm just saying he's fallen.
No, I mean he's at his ADP. My rank is
my bad. Do we have any? Would you like Bo Nix that much more than the others? I like Baker.
Bo Nix is easy to backstack.
All right,
backstack those other guys.
I think we should double tap quarterback here, if I'm being honest.
I actually don't mind that either.
Okay, so Jordan Love or Baker. We didn't take Mike Evans because I fought for that one. Yeah, we don't have any stacks, but you never know where do you think? So Lemon's going early. He's going to be like in the top 10, right?
Yeah, top 10, 15.
Okay, yeah, so he's not necessarily a stack. Never know where Pierce will go. And I suppose you could, you have Baker ranked much higher than Love. So if Baker falls here,
let's take Baker.
Let's take Baker. I like it. Okay. Baker, you had totally naked in your big board 4th place. So I feel like this has got some good vibes going on with that too. So we start 2, 3, 5, Nix, Baker, looking to backstack or whatever. James Cook, Amarian Hampton, Cam Scatterboot, Team Hack, Lemon, Metcalf, Pierce, Diggs. So kind of caught up at receiver.
We're not going to get Emma Johnson.
What? No. Why? Because everybody knows.
He's not coming back. His ADP is 130, but I don't think he's coming back in this room.
Shit, we should have taken him.
Especially when you start him and let everyone know he's going to be your next pick.
Oh, I told you. I watched Kittle. He says he wants Debo back. So you like Jaden Higgins. Let's just queue up based on your ranks. Okay, so based on your ranks, a lot of these guys are going to be gone, but let's just have some fun. So I queued up Debo, Emmett, because I watched 49ers content. Jaden Higgins, you talked about second year. You talked about Concepcion earlier, though. Do we have 2 rookies? No, we just have the 1 rookie, Lemon. Goddard, Darnold. We can wait on my guy Aaron Rodgers now. Shaheed, Golden, Ferg Daddy, Gainwell. I do feel like
first, sometimes Strange falls. Tight end has just been weird. So Strange and Goddard, I think we could just take if we want our first tight end to be a little bit better.
I love Ferg too.
Yeah. I mean, none of those would be stacks, but they're just good players.
Who are I'm trying to think of the backstack options for Broncos, and the star method never fails me. Yeah. Just kidding.
Franklin goes like 170, Mims like 190.
I'm just keeping an eye on it.
I'm just telling you where they go.
We could get Sean Tucker, not really correlated, but kind of Jalen McMillan, Kate Ott. Is Kate Ott free agent?
He is. I think there's a real chance he's back in Tampa. They seem to really like him, but it is a new offense coordinator. Maybe that changes.
Will Emmett make it back to us? Who is in front of us?
Mike
Mr. Mufasa just went. Mike, you've already broke our heart with Herbert, stacked with your lad McConkey. Are you going to take Emmett John? I'm just kidding. You totally need to do whatever you got to do. Then we'll answer some of these questions. FK said, I just heard I was smart. Please stop fighting and let me have this. That was great. Damn it. It was IKEA money, not my. Damn it. Okay. Oh, and Concepcion goes too. Okay. So what do you want to do here? Based on ADP, top of the board, Coker, Kittle. Oh, I want Kittle. No. I love him.
Debo.
You do want Debo?
Yeah. I think we now have a really strong room.
What do you
could take?
know that we went heavy running back, but now I feel like we're going to get all dust balls. Like by the time we come back, should we like reach for? I don't know. No, I guess not.
Yeah, I think we're just going to have 3 early, 3 late.
3 late. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, well, these guys are obviously based on ADP. This is the order of ADP based on rank. This is the order of your rank. You're way too low in George Kittle, like just way too low. Steve, they're coming back from these much faster.
Dallas Goedert.
Can we take? No, I want Kittle.
I'm taking George Kittle.
He's fallen 16 picks. It doesn't have to be where you want it.
Take Dallas Goedert.
Oh God, this pisses me out. I'll let you have him because I bullied you on some other stuff, but I'm not happy because we could have had Debo and Kittle, and they're both going to be 49ers, even though Coolers was smart and got the stack.
Oh my!
I'm going to draft one alone to get this taste out of my mouth. Just kidding. Okay,
boy.
Good question from Nick. Let me catch up with chat. Which of the early, older running backs is most likely to fall apart this year? CMC, Henry, or Barkley? I do like my old running backs. I love all of them. Go ahead, Steve.
I mean, CMC makes the most sense because he just has the injury history and is coming off the heaviest workload. I mean, Henry, I know he's the oldest of the bunch, but that dude just doesn't stop. So
Mr. Mufasa, smart, took Kittle. You're welcome. Steve's being stubborn.
Barkley, I really am excited about with
That agrees with me.
the new offense coordinator.
And Tim's agree. That agrees with me, and Tim agrees with you. Wait, yeah, sorry, Tim agrees with you. So it's too expensive. I
mean, we would gotten a discount, and Mr. Mufasa got even more of a discount. I have him listed at 160. I mean, if there are times where he's going in the 140s, I would take him there because I know I'm not going to get him at 160. But it's just, I am very concerned given the 49ers track record of being very cautious with their players coming back from injury. They have to be one of the most cautious teams.
Okay. So I'm sorry, what was your answer to this? None of them?
No, I mean, of these, the answer has to be CMC. He's got the highest injury history and coming off the heaviest workload.
You see his appearance, speaking of Radio Row, with Bussin' with the Boys, when they were like talking about like age catching up with you, and they were like, and the whiteness. They're like, and stacked against you being a white running back. Like they were hysterical. The whole interview was funny. But yeah, this was hysterical by Coolers. I just heard I was smart. Please stop fighting. Let me have this. Mike says, Tech is opening up the lead now by 21 at half with an assist from the failed reading.
We're also not sure what sport Mike is talking about, because if it's like baseball or hockey, 21 is, man, that's massive.
I think he's talking football scoring. I think he's talking football scoring. Yeah, Cooler said Chris Paul hit a huge three to cut the lead down. That's great. All right. Aiden says, just a little tip for you guys. I didn't realize it's very hard to stack Jordan Love, because if you don't pick within 10 picks after, receivers at ADP all get taken, and then Kraft goes ahead of him, right? So that makes sense.
Yeah.
But okay, we're going to be up soon. Yeah, there are some back stack options potentially. Yeah, I should have stand my ground. We have some people on Team Meg, some people on Team Steve, Goddard, Kittle. I mean, I just think Mr. Mufasa is the one that won in all that. I know you don't like, so based on your rank, it would be Troy Franklin. Is that what you'd like to do here?
Yeah. And I know I'm higher in Troy Franklin, but also just comparing him and McMillan. Franklin is probably the number 2. McMillan is probably the number 4. So I really like McMillan as a talent, and that's why I keep him at this ranking, just in case weird things happen. Evans leaves, or they trade Godwin, or maybe they trade McMillan, just because they do have depth. I mean, they got Tez Johnson in the 7th round last year, and he turned out to be a thing. So they have so much depth there.
Yeah.
But
I will say, I think you're a little too bearish on McMillan. I think I
have him at ADP. I actually have him above ADP, but
that is true.
I won't take much of him. I think he's worth that, but there's no path to production is the problem.
Well, it's one of these bucks for me here looking at ADP, basically.
Yeah, I mean, not at 159.
What?
I mean, I guess Sean Tucker then. I wouldn't take our 8th receiver at 159.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we'd be done, but yeah, I mean, at least we were very heavy running back out of the gate. So you want to go Sean Tucker here?
Yeah. I mean, I think
we kind of correlated Baker, Sean Tucker, which don't really correlate, but it's just team correlation. And then we did get a backstack with Troy Franklin, potentially looking for Aaron Rodgers late with Metcalf. So there will be like team correlation with all three of our quarterbacks. So we're at 2-4-7-1. It's probably going to be still a 3-6-8-3 here. So I'll go back to the board and catch up with chat here. Let me see. So so that's right. Tim is out on Kittle at the cost. I'm somewhere in between ADP and Steve. I definitely want to have some Kittle, and I feel like that's going to be a gift to get him this late. So, because I think he's going to be, playing by early in the season and totally fine by, later in the season. Like I said, you're lucky this happened before a hair appointment, Steve, because if not, it would have been 2 hours about how her brother is throwing away the great chance they have. I am very, very happy that I got my hair appointment. I mean, it was so gray. So I feel so happy that it's blonde. TD, Mr. Mufasa, very, very thankful for the Kittle fall. You should be, and you're welcome. And then, but thank you, Cobra. I appreciate that. I love drafting with my brother, even if sometimes we fight. Kittle tore his Achilles 4 weeks ago. We're drafting as a top tight end. I get it. But like, they are coming back so much faster from those. It was a clean tear. I watched a lot of stuff.
They say that for almost everyone. They said that with Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins. We saw clear issues with them, and those are positions that don't move around a lot. So
Goddard seems crazy till he catches 17 shovel passes from the 1 yard line. Our guy Chad Candle is back here, says just found out Kalen Bach didn't get invited to the combine.
That's
I'm
crazy.
Surprised about that.
Yeah. 3 years of 2 years of production, senior bowl invite.
So your son too. That's not like okay. All right. So coming up here, based on your rankings, if we're looking running backs, I think we should focus running backs. Could we just grab a late share of Nick Singleton since we didn't get our guy?
178.
Why? Because ADP is 189.
Yeah, but it's continuing to fall.
Oh, okay.
I would probably look at a tight end here.
Do you want to go Otten and hope he goes back?
No, not this early.
Oh, I didn't realize what his ADP was. My bad. Okay, so ADP, Barner likely. Oh, this isn't very inspiring.
I'd take Barner or Schultz.
Let's do Barner. He's fun. All right. What do you want to do here? I mean, so we have 16. So we have 5 picks left. But it's going to, be a ways. Then our last 4 picks, at 202 on. So kind of feel like I feel like we have to go running back here. Because we're tacking on Aaron Rodgers, we're tacking on another late tight end, we're tacking on another late receiver, tacking on another run. I feel like we have to go running back here. So you don't want to pull up Singleton. I know you're obsessed with Emmanuel Wilson.
Sort by ADP.
Oh, that's right. Oops. Okay. ADP is Mixon. I mean, Singleton is the next running back.
Yeah. I mean, we could take Singleton here.
We don't have any rookie running backs. I mean, it could be like a hope for late season, whatever, based on who we have,
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do that. And again, then we're just tacking on 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 1 receiver, 1 tight end. I like that. So. Okay, this guy's running it down here. Son of a bitch. All right. I mean, you just want to swing at Joe Mixon? I don't know. Brian Robinson? What do you want to do?
No, let's swing at Joe Mixon. I think we have 3.
Has there been any more reports other than the injury freak issue thing?
Not real. I mean, just that he's going to be potentially back.
I mean, like he's going to try to come back basically, but we don't know much. Well, that sucked. I really wanted Nick Singleton, even though I know he's, coming back from the injury that happened in the Senior Bowl. No, but that is interesting news from Chad Candles. When the combine is, what, 2 weeks from now?
It's the last week of February, weekend in February.
Okay. Frog, good to see. Frog Clint says, at least we got Mike Wash. Mike Wash is going to earn himself day 2 draft capital. Says Tim, do you agree with that?
Day 2's, I mean, he could push for late 3rd round, but more likely 4th round, in my opinion.
Yeah. Money, good to see you. Says I also wasn't invited. Heard as well. Yeah, you know what I'm targeting. I agree. Aiden says I don't think the Singleton injury is severe as the market thinks. So that's why I was really pumped.
Oh, I agree. I just didn't want to take him too early because I think he's generally going to continue to fall, and he won't get a combine bump because he's not going to work out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tim says 17-18 Rogers Muth turn is going to hit like crack. That's what I'm hoping.
There's somebody we might need to take first.
No, I want Muth Rogers.
Okay.
Who? Type it in private chat.
Oh my. He actually might be going with Aaron Rodgers.
Really? Oh, I know who it is. Is it this?
I don't know who that is.
Is it? Oh, Aaron Jones? He's gone.
No.
Who is it? Just say it.
Omar Cooper.
Yes.
No, he's gone. Damn it.
Who got him? Let's see.
FK did.
FK. Oh, that sharp thing. Damn it. You're right. He might go there. Has he been going this early?
Yeah.
Shit.
17. He typically goes 17th round now.
I got to catch up on him. All right. So what is the quarterback ADP situation? Oh, I'd have to be held at gunpoint in West Baltimore before I took JJ McCarthy or Shador Sanders. So we're just going to do this so we don't get really screwed.
No, I'd definitely take Aaron. I think Aaron Rodgers. I think we probably do find out in the next 7 to 10 days at worst that he's back. And so his ADP is going to rise. So taking him here now is, makes a lot of sense.
All right. Well, we know what we want to execute here. Let's see if we can make it happen.
Now, if we have the option of tight end, who do you take?
Freiermuth. Oh my God. I love Freiermuth. Love him.
Oh my.
Oh, shit.
JJ McCarthy.
No, I'm not. I'm still taking Freiermuth. I'm so angry right now. I'm like in a blind rage. Fine. We'll take Kirk Cousins then. Going to take one of my other favorite olds, and I don't care. I'm very upset. Who is Shanti? And why? What did I do to them? You better have someone. Oh, they did Gainwell and Tech is really hitting hard right now. They have Gainwell and I don't care. I need a third. I need it. Like, I'm so upset. Okay, let's queue up running backs for late because we need a 6th one. Because we might only honestly have like 3 viable running backs and one guy that plays like 5 snaps a game at the goal line. So we need someone good in your back pocket. Who are running backs you want to queue up?
Is Najee gone? Yep, he just went.
Okay, based on your rank, it's Caleb. I'm just gonna take all Steelers. Caleb, Rashad Smith. I like Rashad Smith. Devin Neal, Pacheco, Chris Rodriguez, Ollie Gordon. Kalen Black. No. Who do you like here?
Yeah, any of those guys. Chris Rodriguez, Ollie Gordon, all those guys are.
Ooh, thank God we went running back heavy early because this is rough. I know you like Jeremy Bernard. I know you like Cooper Kupp. We have
Marvin Mims.
Yeah, stack. So look at this coming together. Malik Washington. We talked about him.
Keenan Allen.
No, Steve, come on. They said I wouldn't let you, and I'm going to stick to it. This is great. Coolers. Steve, who do you want to pick? Meg, why bother living anymore? It's true. I'm so dramatic. Steve, no, you know this so much about me. I am either all in or all out. And that goes for like everything in life. Is it not?
Yeah, that's about right.
It's not wrong. Okay. Look at me. I always lecture you about putting the board back up. There it is. There's the board. Let me catch up with chat. So yeah, the Cooper rising. Okay, we talked about Singleton, not injury, not as severe. Yeah, I thought that was going to hit like crack, Tim. That hurt bad. Is Cam Scattaboo 1.101 too late? I heard a rumor about Aaron Jones to the Steelers.
That was me saying it, but
oh, my bad. I did see something on Twitter about it too.
I mean, it does make sense. I said this earlier, like the Steelers have so many connections to potential running backs out there. That's why I don't know if Gainwell is definitely coming back because, Aaron Jones, McCarthy with Pollard if he gets cut, or Rico Dowdle, and then their new running back coach with Javonte Williams, and of course Breece Hall and Aaron Rodgers. So there's just a lot of ties out there to go along with Aaron Jones and Kenneth Gainwell.
This is interesting. Cooper by Tim H. Cooper goes early in stream drafts and undrafted normie drafts. That's a great point. That's an excellent point. Oh no, I would not take Shador. The language on this stream. I know.
Well, that's what he said. It seemed like liquid shit.
Right. Yeah. All right. Let me go back. We are about to be up for our last two picks. Who do you want to take? These are our options. One receiver, one tight end. You pick. You pick the last two, Steve.
Thanks.
9 seconds.
Let's do Rashad Smith.
Okay. And then who you want to do? I'll get rid of these. Cup, Malik Washington. Talked about like the vets when we were talking about vets and rookies. I mean, there are rookies here. The late rookies too. I'm not taking Keelan now. We don't know if he's coming back. I mean, there's Slayton, Noel. I don't know if we're going to get a second year breakout or not. Probably like these vets better, but your choice.
The world's my oyster.
Yes, the world is your oyster.
Of this group, I'd probably go to Malik Washington.
Really? Okay. I'm surprised for some reason. Based on your rankings, it is Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, I mean, they're roughly the same, 205 and 209.
Okay, let's do Malik Washington. Okay, we had 3-6-8-3. Bo Nix stacked. Baker Mayfield stacked for Sean Tucker. Kirk Cousins not stacked. Don't know where he go. Do we have any potential Vikings? I don't know. Maybe one of the we just have the one rookie, so probably not. But I was really upset with the Aaron Rodgers snipe, but it is what it is. So Nix, Mayfield, Cousins, me, always believe in a three. That's what I'm writing about is 3 quarterbacks and hitting at least 2 in the pocket, which is now round 6 through 12. Look for that article tomorrow on the Degen Substack. James Cook, Amari Hampton, Cam Scattaboo, thank God. All feels right in the world. Sean Tucker, Joe Mixon, Rashad Smith, T-Mac, Lemon, DK Metcalf, Alec Pierce, Steph Diggs, Deebo Samuel, Troy Franklin stacked, Malik Washington. I think we caught up pretty sufficiently at receiver. And then Goddard, our Goddard Kittle battle, Barner, Freiermuth. I feel better that I got my Pat Fry. What do you think about our team, Stevie?
Yeah, I mean, not highly stacked, but I think it's fine. I think Bo Nix can be a top 10 quarterback, and the overall quarterback room, Cousins ends up starting in Minnesota is going to be good. Running back, very strong start, then 3 shots late. Receiver, I think, even though we kind of, didn't take a lot early, I think is actually pretty strong. You got like 6 guys you feel pretty good about. So that's a pretty good room. And then tight end, getting value on, both Goddard, Barner, adding Freiermuth, that can be a pretty good room as well.
Okay. Let me catch up with chat real quick. This is hysterical. Why bother living anymore? But yeah, I like good to see Paulino here. Don't cite Meg, but it's great content. I love to hear that. And yeah, good to see our guy Best Ball Q here. Where do we think Pacheco end up? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, of the free agents, I don't feel confident he gets a great landing spot. He probably signed somewhere as like a clear number 2, but or even number 3 mixed in. But yeah, I don't feel great about Pacheco, so I'm not really taking Pacheco.
It hit like crack for the chat. That's good. That is good. Only it's like math. Megs, a 3-step drop under center is something we need to see. I don't know about that. What a plentiful selection of receiver talent between those 3. Yeah. Oh, between our last 3.
Yeah.
Only take Rashad Bateman if you hate money. Tight end room of exciting whites. Okay, he's saying Best Q says it should have been Tez Walker over Bateman. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
I think that's if you think Evans doesn't come back, maybe.
What?
Right?
Devontae Walker for the Ravens.
Oh,
I
just thought Tez Johnson. Yeah, my bad. That is totally my bad. If you draft Rodgers to go with Mixon and Cousins, he would be in bed by 8. That's great. Okay, we're gonna do one more draft, so I'm not gonna do recaps, but usually we will do recaps for all of our YouTube subs. So check out the join button, click that join button to sub to the YouTube. Emo was so nice to give away. He got it. We're excited about that. We gave 5 away tonight. So we'll start doing more shows, both pre-taped and live streams. But we will also review teams, of course, Discord discount off our Substack. So check all that. I'll be doing some posts on the YouTube notes section to make sure everybody's aware of all those features. But we will review all of the YouTube subs teams. But today we want to get one more draft in, and it's already 11, so let's just go right to it. I'm going to do it from my phone since it didn't enter last time, in case our guy Aiden or anybody else wants to get in with us on this one. But we appreciate everybody that did draft with us. Thank you so much. Steve and I will have to look at the teams and drop any thoughts in Discord, because that's what that's for too. So but since it's 11, let's get on to the next draft. But thank you so much for joining us, for drafting with us and chatting with us. So if anybody wants to join us on our second and final draft of tonight, I'm going to count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter. And 2 more. Draft starting soon. So let's go here. No active. Okay. Let's see who we got in. If anybody got in with us on this one, hopefully it worked out. So Aiden, you'll let us know your handle. We got that in here, one real time at 6. We're at 8. And I don't see anybody else. DC 352 is in our last one. I'm not sure if they are in chat. Let us know. But if you tried and weren't able to get in, I apologize. But again, thank you to all the people that drafted in the first one. And again, we will start to do full reviews of all teams that are YouTube subs. We know we had some of you in there, and we'll try to get to those on Discord. Let me finish catching up with this is a great one from Money Anything. In bed by 10 or 8. Let's see. Is that cool, or you didn't like your draft? Steve, any takes on, I've heard people talking about like now the Bengals will have like a super easy schedule this year. Are there any, I know we won't get schedule released till May, but is there any teams like last year it was 49ers, Pats that had an easier schedule? Any like team schedules, or is that more something you just wait to see?
I haven't really looked into like what division's playing what division.
Gotcha. This draft starts at 11. We can't trust anyone to this team that goes past their bedtime.
Aiden is in right behind us, Minso.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, yes, you're in you are Minso at the 9. Okay, so perfect. We got Dad at 6, us at 8, and Aiden at 9. Perfect. Love to see it. So we are up at 8 here, Steve. By your rank, JT, JSN. We're not going to take James Cook 2 in a row. ASB. So what do you want? We're looking forward to drafting with you too. Absolutely. Because of the Herbert thing. No, Mike, you were absolutely right to draft Herbert. It was like, I think past his ADP and you had Ladd. That's hysterical. All right, Steve, what do you want to do?
JT.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. You have him ranked 4, so that feels like a good, but his ADP is 6-ish. So yeah. I mean, anytime Genty falls, I want to take him. We took Hampton last time. Did Jefferson already go?
No.
We took Hampton last time, so we'll be back up at 17. I don't know if any of these guys will fall to us. Like, where do you take Neighbors, given that you want to hear more on the injury? His ADP is 15. Would you take him at 17?
No, I mean, he's now starting to fall to the back half of the second round. I think people are just also afraid of Matt Nagy.
Yeah.
So.
All right. On your rank, it's Achane, Hampton. I just still love Pickens. I don't care. That's kind of earlier in the second round. I still love Big Dog.
He just went, so. Yeah.
Who?
Pickens just went at 14.
Yeah. Okay. Achane goes to our guy Aiden. So Neighbors, Hampton, Henry. What are you thinking?
I take Hampton or Henry. I just think they're better.
I mean, we took Hampton last time, so let's go. Just two old faithfuls, JT Henry. Yeah. Let's go. All right. I like it. All right. So yeah, we got Aiden in here, and like Rob, I hope I didn't, do the countdown wrong. Is this because of the Herbert thing? Absolutely hysterical. 49ers ended up having a harder schedule. KC gets the third place schedule. That's a good point. And wait, Lions have the last place schedule. No, don't they have the Vikings have the last place schedule, right?
Yeah.
So they were a third place schedule though. AFC North has a great schedule, best in the league, in my opinion. Because AFC North plays the AFC South and the NFC South. Yeah, that is the ticket and that's why I think the Pats had an easier schedule, having the fourth place schedule, but also they played the NFC.
So from wins perspective, not bad, but keep in mind that is the Jags defense, the Texans defense. So there are some elite defenses there.
That is true. Good point. Who says Neighbors will still fall, but I'll take him at 20. And that's about where you have him ranked, right? Yeah, we'll do a review for the two in here quickly. Like I said, moving forward, so that we can get multiple drafts a thing, we will do reviews for all YouTube members, but we will definitely do a review of Thad and Aiden's team for sure. And if anybody wants to drop their team in the Discord that was in our first draft with us, we'll be happy to chat about those teams in Discord for the first draft. Including Mike, who snipes Herbert. No, I'm just kidding. No, we would definitely review any teams in Discord from the first draft if you want to. You want to play the NFC South as far as defense.
That I think is the key.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, we are almost up 32 and 41. We will be up here. So top of your rank, Allen, Kyron, Devontae, Ladd. I wouldn't mind getting Ladd in this one. Let's see. Top of is Bucky, Tet, AJ Brown. Can we do Ladd in this one? I think we need to go back to receiver.
Yeah.
I like him over not knowing where AJ Brown will be, and we took Tet last time.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool. And then we'll be back up at 41. Where you stand on JMO? So you have him ranked 35. So sounds like you'd be fine with him there.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take Devontae Adams ahead of him clearly, but
always got to do it, and I don't care.
Oh my God.
Well, who else? Who else do you want in this?
Travis Etienne.
No.
Why not?
Because if they both played a full season, Scatabo is getting way more fantasy points, in my opinion. IMO.
I know. But I just think Etienne, if he's back with the Jags, I think the Jags team is just ready to take off.
What did you say today? Do you think he's really going to be with the Jags? I don't think he's going to be back with the Jags. Can they afford him?
So the Jags are over the cap right now, but they have paths to free up money, unlike, say, the Browns or some other teams. They seem to want him.
Etienne got taken. All of our receivers got taken. We have no choice, Steve. Our hands are tied. Our hands are absolutely tied.
Just do it.
Hey, we saw how much running back dries up. We totally caught up at receiver doing 0-3-1 last time. We can do it again. So we start JT, Henry, Scatabo, Ladd. I feel so good. I mean, JT, Big Dog, and Scatabo. I mean, how many touchdowns is that, Steve?
Could be a lot.
Like 100?
Definitely not. Definitively not 100.
Yeah, Aiden did get a ATN fall. I know you had him ranked high at the top. We talked about playing NFC South as far as defenses. NFC South, Florida team, 2 domes, 4 bad defenses historically. That great point. Great point. Wait, I didn't realize. So Lions were 4th and Mini got 3rd because they swept.
I guess so. I mean, honestly didn't realize that either.
Wow. So Tim was right. Cobra is right. Our bad. Hand up. We totally missed that one. Messed that up. I just totally assumed. And you're right. They did win some at the end. So I did not realize that the Lions had the 4th place schedule.
But
good
the big
call,
one was
Cobra.
that Christmas Day game where the Vikings won.
Yeah.
And around.
Minnesota swept them. But yeah, I did. Yeah. Cobra, Tim, great call. Missed that. Lots of dome games for both South divisions.
No, that part's true. It's just the AFC South has tough defenses. I could see the Colts being a better defense this year. I'm
just playing as there's a little chance to keep ETN. That's what I think too, Haynes. I agree. Scatabo, just blank check. Exactly. I think so. Oh no, is Mike Robb mad at us? I hope not.
He is.
Mike, don't be mad. Don't be mad at us. I will review your team right now. That's how much I love Mike Robb. He's so loyal. He's the best. No, it was just I looked at the time and I was like, oh, we got to get. But anybody who from the first draft that wants to chat about their teams, that's what Discord is for. And obviously, Mike Robb was our very first sub. So we will always review our YouTube members and subs and stuff. So I am so sorry, Mike. Don't be mad at us. Steve's not going to be making any 4th round picks for the next 7 months.
That's about right.
That's awesome.
Cobra, when you draft with Meg, pencil it in.
All right, rookies. You want to go another rookie here?
Let's go.
Did we take Tyson last time?
Yeah, let's go Tate this time.
Okay.
So we took Lemon last time, but yeah,
we love Tyson the most. You sure you don't want to take him?
It is incredible. Like I really, it does make a difference. I truly think you should be drafting them. Like I'm going to draft them all roughly the same because I think their draft order and their landing spots are all roughly the same. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, so we're coming up at 65. All these ADPs outside of Evans are above that. Based on your rank, it's Watson, Tyson, Odunze, Evans. Is that how you would keep it for this draft, given that we went 0-3-2 and our 2 receivers are Ladd and a rookie?
Yeah, I think we could also make the Drake May call here if he falls to 65.
That's true. That's a good point. That's fair. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really comfortable with, I just love hit. And I'm going to write about it tomorrow. Always draft 3 quarterbacks is what I've always done, especially in 20 round drafts, but how I do the different pockets, but getting 3 rounds like 6 through 12 or 2 rounds 6 through 12 and 1 like vet late, like a Aaron Rodgers Cousins Tua or something like that, or even one a little bit before that, like a Cam Ward, kind of is the way I'm leaning. May does go. So I say we just go receiver here, unless you had, because we don't, we don't have a Bears receiver yet. We could get Rome, but Caleb's the only other. So anyways, based on ADP, it is Watson, Rome, Tyson, Evans. Where do you want to go here?
I'm fine taking Christian Watson. I think that's a good pick here.
I'm surprised you haven't ranked that high.
I'm projecting Romeo Dubs is gone. So
okay. Well, he goes to our guy, Aiden, right before us. Do you want to go Rome? Do you want to go 2 rookies?
Let's go Rome.
Okay. Boy, did that season start out so freaking fun, and it ended so bad for my Rome shares. So bad. The Cobra, that was like, going back to this, that was the absolute epic call of Steve not making any 4th round picks for the next 7 months. Hysterical. Mike says, gonna need some laps for that Lions air Shaps. That is true. We totally messed up. We whiffed on that one big time. Entire NFC North finished above 500. That is crazy. Forget my review. I'm just here for the chaos of the Shop drafts. Oh, well, thank you, Mike. Listen, Mike, I mean, most everybody in here, I appreciate. Anybody wants to drop it in Discord, but you and Coolers and all of our loyal ones, the real ones, the OGs, I felt bad we didn't review it, but I'm glad you're here for the chaos. Huane says, I bet the UDADP of Scouto starts to take a sharp turn to the 2-3 turn now that Meg is in the streets.
3-4 turn, but yeah.
Did I say 2-3 turn?
Yeah, you did. Because then in your head, that's where you'd take Scatteroo.
Probably. Yeah, it was like a Freudian slip, right? Yep. Indeed. All right. So yeah, we went running back heavy again, but again, kind of caught up 0-3-3. Here coming up round 7 and 8, 80 and 89. So
I mean, we have a clear pick if he falls back to us.
Okay. Aiden says, I've only caught a couple streams before this, been lurking, but this content is unmatched. Love chopping it up with y'all. Thank you. We appreciate that, Aiden. Love chopping it up with you too, and love drafting with you here. So very much appreciate that. All right. So wait. Oh,
just Herbert.
Yeah. I was going to cue it. I didn't want to jinx it.
Okay.
Now I'll jinx it. All right, we get it this time, which Mike had lad and got it last time. Very smart. So we start 1-3-3 coming up here. Top of your ranks: Diggs, Kraft, Lawrence, Dart, Pittman, Pollard. Top of ADP, the quarterbacks, and Diggs and Quentin Johnson. Haven't taken any Kraft shares yet. If he fell, did you want to go there? Or do you feel like we still need to catch up at like receiver, like a Pittman? Or is that too early?
No. I think Kraft is fine. I think we could also double at quarterback if Dart's there.
That's true. Because we've got Scatteroo. Oh my God, I'm such a Giants fan. But we just threw him up to the top. Like, our parents aren't going to want to watch football with me this year. Like, I love the Giants. I was like watching, like, it was Scatteroo's birthday, and like Dart's girlfriend was posting vlogs or something, and I watched it, and it was like a 6-minute birthday vlog. I'm like, this is reaching new heights. So
yeah, no, that's reaching something.
I want Jackson Dart now. Come on, don't take him, Aiden. I'm just kidding. You do whatever you want. Okay, he goes Laporta. We go Dart. Oh shit! What did I do? Mike, what is the score? Tech versus Meg as we approach 11:30 p.m. Sure can't be good.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Yeah,
it's Seattle versus 49ers in the playoffs.
Wait, I didn't get it. Hold on.
Seattle destroyed the 49ers in the playoffs.
Gotcha. I hear Rudy whining. This isn't good. But yes, no, we appreciate you, Aiden. So Lions face NFC North, obviously NFC South, AFC East, Titans, Giants, Cardinals. So pretty strong.
Well, AFC East, Dolphins and Jets should be bad defenses.
That's true.
I mean, Pats and Bills are good, but it's like 2 of the best and 2 of the worst.
Green Bean, thank you. 2 shops is better than 1. Hey, I mean, Steve crushes it on his solo streams, but we appreciate you. Thank you. Thad says, Meg, wow, did we take Dart from him? Did he have neighbors?
No.
Did I snipe you? No, we got a nice little Terry Jaden stack and DJ Moore if he goes back or stays. Caleb stack. I don't think we sniped you with Dart.
I don't know. Maybe you just really like Dart.
Yeah, true. Understandable. As a becoming a Giants fan, I got He said, got you, Dart's all yours. Who Haynes said I didn't ask for approval on Dart. I mean, I thought you kind of greenlighted it, no?
No, I thought it was interesting, and also to show just a different quarterback build from what we did last time.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
kind of
that's
getting
fair.
too early and feeling good about it, and then tack on whatever you want later.
All right. We're up at 104, 113. We're at 233. By your ranks, Boston, Worthy, Daddle, Shakir, Kincaid, Algier by ADP, Dowdle, Algier, Worthy. Sorry, I missed that. Then we're not going to take quarterback till late. So what running back receiver do you want to take?
I mean, honestly, I'm fine with any of those top four.
You like Algier a lot, right?
Yeah, but let's take Boston.
Okay. We talked about him last time and didn't get him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, 2, 3, 4. I'll leave Algier queued. Who else do you want to queue?
Emmett Johnson.
Oh, thank you for remembering. Thank you, because he will not come back. Good call. Good call, Stephen.
And then Rico Dowdle would be the other back. So I think we get one, we should get one of these three backs.
Rico just went.
Yeah.
So I've Emmett, and where do you stand on Monty? You have him ranked much lower.
Yeah, I just don't know what with a new offense coordinator. Not sure if it will be as much as a split backfield. His best outcome might be a trade, would be my guess.
Yeah. All right. So one of these two running backs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question is, do you take Algier for the value and then?
No, I'm like Scottaboo last year. I want as much Emmett Johnson as possible. You have me sold.
So what do you think for Mike's comment here?
Okay, this one, if you're going to watch the Giants this year, as someone who watched a lot of Harbaugh coach games, you're going to be confused on why during the second half Scottaboo only gets 2 rush. Oh, the Derrick Henry thing. Oh, Mike, that will be tough. That would be.
Don't worry, he's got a good guy in Matt Nagy to lead the troops.
Yeah, that is an excellent point, Mike. And I hope, let's just say, I hope he learned his lesson with leaving Big Dog on the sideline.
In the interleague baseball matchup.
What's that? Tech has put in the backups like third up by 42 in interleague baseball. That's great.
Yeah, when's the slaughter rule come into effect?
Oh my. I'll tell you what, like when I do the CBS shows, you appreciate a good producer. You know what I mean? Like I understand that's not my strength, but and by the way, they have the amazing producers there. So yeah, you're looking at her. Are you entertained by my tech difficulties, Steve?
It's something.
It is something. We got Hulk mashed potatoes in here. Hey, great to see you in here as well. We got JB says Harbaugh mismanaged a lot of Ravens games over the years. I mean, I still think he's a great coach, but
no, I mean he's got a great winning percentage, but I do think there's some of that question mark. And I think it was tough this year when it was like, especially when Lamar is not Lamar, and you have this chance when they were still very much in the playoffs. They're up on the Patriots, and Derrick Henry does not touch the ball. Like, what's going on?
No, that was bananas. Not watching the birthday vlog. Yeah, that was a little bit next level. Okay, you can sell Emmett Johnson to Green Bean after this pick. We were coming up. Oh, I miss Kittle again. All right, 244. Where do you want to go here by ADP? Do you want to do Higgins?
Yeah, let's do Higgins.
You talked about him, vets versus rookies.
And we already have a couple rookies, so.
Yeah, I feel like that's key with Ladd, Tate, Rome, Boston. I feel like getting a second-year guy makes a lot of sense. So it's that, we talked about it's not just a magic number, rookies, vets. It's more like the texture, you mix it all together. Like making a great recipe.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Don't need, quarterback, feel good with the base at running back receiver. So we could go, my guy Kittle's gone, but Goddard goes, we could go Ferg, Daddy, Strange, We could go Debo again if you want to get 6
I mean, if
receiver.
Darnold's there, that is great value. That'd be 2 rounds of value.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, because we went 80, 89, and if we took Darnold, that would be 137. So that really is 3 in the pocket of rounds, what, like 7 through 12. So
And Darnold's also nice. He's easy to backstack with Horton, Cup, and Barner. Just very easy to backstack.
I mean, I feel very strong at running back. Receiver, I feel like with having 2 rookies, a little more. So I wouldn't hate the Debo thing. Now that I love Jake Ferguson, and I love Dallas. It's crazy. Okay, so Debo or Darnold? You want to go Darnold?
I'll go Darnold. I just think I don't think early on he was going this late and actually later, but that's not happening anymore. So
yeah, his shot up. I mean, Shaheed's likely going to be somewhere else, right?
Yeah, I mean, they have a ton of money, so they could throw a bag at him if they want, but I presume that money goes to Kenneth Walker, which they basically said they're going to, and then they have a couple of key defensive players. So I think Shaheed ends up somewhere else. But to the, I think it was Green Bean's comment about Emma Johnson.
Yes.
I wanted to bring that up.
Yes, please.
So my thought on Emma Johnson is, he had this breakout year at Nebraska, but was dominant. One of the most dominant running backs in college. Also dominated in the Big Ten, including against some really tough defenses. He was just stacking 100-yard plus games, like 200 yards against Iowa, and he is a complete back. He can be a 3-down back, really good catching the ball. I like his subtle movements. I think he's got breakaway speed. Good contact balance. He doesn't, not the same. He's a different stylistic runner than like Genty and Scatterboo, but he makes enough short area movement that he makes people miss glancing blows. He's constantly picking up extra yards. He's constantly turning that, 4-yard gain into a 7-yard gain, that 10-yard gain into 15, 20-yard gain. So I just like that. And I just saw a complete back this year, and with just really nice explosion and pass catching ability. So I think he'll do well at the combine.
You do.
And
Yeah.
I think he raises up into the second round firmly.
Okay. All right. We're coming up 13, 14 round, or excuse me, picks 152, 161. I had queued up Seattle guys, but this is, no, it's a little ahead of Barner. Kind of feel like we need a little more receiver situation. We do Shaheed, but what about Dubs? I wanted to ask about.
Yeah, I mean, I would take Shaheed, and if somehow he's back with Darnold, great. If not, I think he could be a 1 somewhere.
Really?
I mean, with the Raiders, he would be, and with Buffalo, he would be the deep threat for Josh Allen. So
that's true. All right. Just, it felt like, it was just so boom or bust.
Yeah, I mean, tough thing is to be traded mid-season. We rarely see these guys pay off. I mean, I know Jacoby Myers was a little better, but we just rarely see these mid-season trade wide receivers pay off. There are a few exceptions if you go back, but to me, it's just really tough because you have to get on learn new offense, and not that he did because Clint Kubiak, but just getting on the same page with Darnold and all that kind of stuff. So it can be very difficult.
Okay, by your rank, it's Dubs. I queued up some tight ends that I like in this area. Henry, Johnson. Henry goes. Barner is in this range. By your rank, it's that. I'd be fine with any of those top 4. By ADP, it's Dubs, Johnson, Downs, Barner. Do you want to just go the Barner thing, or do you want to? I kind of feel like you're a little fragile at receiver, so I wouldn't mind like a Dubs or a Downs either. But and just goes to like late round tight end. But
yeah. Well, Barner goes, so that's unfortunate. I would take Juwan Johnson. Like, to me, that's a fall. And I'm even higher on the rank than ADP.
Yeah, you have him ranked 134.
We need help at tight end. Like, we have 0 tight end. So.
Yeah, I know, but you know me. I just feel like you can cobble that together.
You can, but I think
I like Aiden's pick of Josh Downs at 160. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But, so okay, Juwan Johnson, we get our first tight end. We're 3, 4, 6, 1. And
I think our wide receiver room is fine. Like we have 2 first-round rookies. to go along with Lad McConkey.
With Ladd and Rome, and then Higgins, second year guy. Yeah, it felt a little fragile to me, but I get what you're saying. I do. Okay, so you explained the Emmett Johnson. Any other thoughts on that?
No, just I think he ends up being a second round pick, and just some clear. Is every landing spot going to be a clear path? No, but a lot of second round running backs do end up being starters. Not all.
Oh, I guess the only second round running back last year was Harvey. Never mind. I was thinking of some day 3. What?
No, I mean.
I was like, yeah, look at last year. And then I was thinking like day 3 guys, like some of the guys we liked in big board running backs, not Scadaboo. He was perfect. I'm talking about other running backs we liked that didn't get a good landing spot, but you were talking about second round running backs. So I just got off on the wrong page.
No, there were 3 second round running backs last year.
Oh shit. Okay. So RJ Harvey, Travion
Henderson and Judkins. We literally talked about this 40 minutes, an hour ago.
Steve, it's 11:30. I'm tired. I don't know what to say.
Oh,
I drove today. I'm tired. Okay, 176. Oh, Surratt. We didn't take Surratt at all tonight. This sucks.
Yep.
I think it's just like where we were on the board. Who says Harbaugh's never called plays, but as a KC fan, believe me, you might prefer the two rushes. GB says, just like Dean Smith, the only guy that stopped Michael Jordan at North Carolina, Harbaugh was the only guy to stop Lamar. Oh, I hope not. Hopefully he learned his lessons. This is a great call by Cobra. I'm leaving it up because it's so good. In order to make a good soup, we're on the clock, but we'll get back to that because that was excellent. ADP, do you like any of these?
Do Vidal. I think we need a running back here.
Okay. And then we're coming up. So I don't think we need to force this situation. So what
I think we look at tight end.
Receiver, tight end.
Is Schultz still there?
Yeah, it doesn't really do it for me. What about Njoku on the move?
Let's take Schultz, the tight end with 100 targets.
Yeah, 100 targets?
Yeah.
That'd be damned. Yeah, I guess I don't know. It doesn't excite me, but we're in the 180s, so probably nothing but Freiermuth will.
Oh, God. Oh, man. I need
a
couple bourbons tonight.
What bourbon are you going to pour, Steve?
What
about Trey Tucker? What do you think about Trey Harris' second year?
I like him, but I think we need a tight end here.
We have Herbert.
That's true.
We can double stack Herbert. All right, here, I'll put there. Just think about it. Just think about it. We could double tap tight end in round 17, 18. I mean, Freiermuth's going to be one.
All right, take Trey Harris.
I feel so good. Love it. Oops. Don't know what I did. Okay, so... Oh, I didn't realize. I forgot we got Vidal on the same team. I am so tired right now. I apologize. But yeah, no, I feel good. 3, 5, 7, 1. So done a quarterback, 1 more running back, 1 more receiver, 2 more tight ends. I'd be totally fine double tapping tight ends at 200, 209. I know exactly who one of them would be. But Cobra says, who I will be drafting with this June or July. He was the winner of our Super Bowl prop contest. Thanks to the great Mike Robb hosting that in Discord. Link in the description for our Discord. Of course, link in the description for our Substack as well. As you can see, a 7-day free trial. You can try it. If you don't like it, cancel. But lots of good stuff coming. 3 to 4 articles a week. And ranking updates all the time, and certainly more coming as best ball season continues at all the different sites, all the different formats. But Cobra won the Mike Robb NFL or Super Bowl prop contest. He will be drafting with me a BBM together this summer. He says, in order to make a good soup, you need to sprinkle some of the rookies and the vets into the broth. Very well said. We actually pronounce our name Shout like shout with a P, but still a great pun. I loved it. Did you love it, Steve? I loved it.
I did. I did love it.
Yeah, we know who Hames also is lockstep and loves Emmett too. Emmett had 66. Wait, is that missed tackle? What is that?
Missed tackles forced.
Missed tackle. So I figured it was missed tackle something, and 40 plus receptions. Nebraska just isn't known for its offense.
Yeah.
GAB says, is Emmett big enough for the feature role?
I mean, he's like 5'11", 210-ish. You know, I mean, he's like DeAndre Swift. You know, like that's, or I mean, he's the exact same size as James Cook. James Cook is the 99th percent outcome for Emma Johnson.
Yeah, sure.
Who's also a second rounder. Keep in mind, James Cook was a second rounder. It's not like he was some first round guy. So, yeah. But like Swift is like that like 85% outcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Of course, appreciate it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, Green Bean says appreciate that. Just knows Emmett from the random highlight video. But no, thank you for asking me. That's why we appreciate everybody watching, chatting, liking, drafting with us, both first draft and second draft. So we appreciate you guys a ton. Gave out 5 more Membies today. That was fun.
Do you want to take Emmanuel Wilson here?
No, I want to take a tight end or a cup.
Okay, let's.
If you want to do Emmanuel Wilson, you want to do Emmanuel Wilson?
Yeah, let's take Emmanuel Wilson, just to get a 6 back. As you saw last time, running back really dries up.
Yeah, that's because who was our 6th one last time?
Rashard Smith.
Yeah. Okay, so we're done at quarterback, done at running back, 3, 6, and then we'll tack on 2 more tight ends, 1 receiver. Oh my God, Minso, you're so smart. You're so smart. Steve. Aiden, that was a great pick. You should thank Steve for forcing me to take Emmanuel Wilson.
Oh my.
Steve. Now look at these dust balls. It was, if we could have gotten Pat Fryermuth and one of these guys, it would have felt nice and comfy. Who do you like the best? We got to take a tight end.
I mean, let's take Parkinson.
Okay. That's fine with me. Wait, is he a free agent?
No.
Higbee's a free agent. Yeah. Oh yeah, Parkinson was fun in the play. I loved betting him in the playoffs. He was. I mean, I do. Are you worried, Ferguson? I mean, I guess they would run a lot of the 2 tight end, 3 tight end sets.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried.
So, because then it's like Chig on the move, rookies. I know Arroyo's Seattle, but yeah. So, anyways, we will see. But great pick by Aiden with Pat Fryermuth. You'll be very happy with that. You could thank Steve. Oh shit! Do we just reach for Mike Gesicki?
Yeah.
I think so. Oh God, it's bad. We could do like a Michael Mayer or Jatavian Sanders. If you had to take one of Jolly, Trigg, Claire, I forget. I know you take Stowers. Okay. Yeah. All right. And then we need one more receiver. Let's just have some queuing fun. I was just going to cue Marvin Mims. Thad takes some sharp guys in the draft with us. Is Darnell Mooney dead? Is he just done so? What's going on?
I mean, I think he's cut. So I have no idea where he'll be.
I mean, is Ryan Flournoy a fine 8th receiver? Someone in chat asked about, I was closed out of StreamYard. That would have sucked. What would happen if I did that? Would you still be able to go? I guess.
Yeah.
So. All right. How do you feel about year 2, Kyle Williams? He is on the board.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to know what the Patriots are going to do. I think Diggs is kind of locked in. Keyshawn Boutte was good this year, but and Matt Collins, they both exceeded, I think, expectations. But at the same time, Kyle Williams, when given opportunities, he performed. So I think he's going to have to beat out those guys and also not have the Patriots go out and bring in somebody else.
Yeah, well, I think they will bring someone else in.
Maybe not. They could just focus more on the offensive line. So it depends on how they view guys. Like Matt Collins is Matt Collins. Like, we know what he is. It's Keyshawn Boutte and
I think Matt Collins is fun. That was a fun little ladder.
My point is, there's no ceiling there. He's not like Matt Collins is not suddenly going to be.
He had the most receiving yards in the Super Bowl, didn't he?
Yeah, but that that's nothing, like nobody's going to go out and think that he is a number 2 receiver in the NFL.
Steve, I'm jealous of Aiden. He says, give me that Rodgers Moose stack. Look at that. He executed exactly what I wanted to do in the last draft. He executed it perfectly. Well done, Aiden. I'm happy for you. I'm also jealous, but I'm happy for you. Okay. Okay, so you asked the answer about Kyle Williams. All right, we'll get to other questions after we make these 2 picks and then go over the 3 drafts in chat. So we are coming up. Need a receiver, need a tight end, queued a bunch already. Where do you want to go? Mayer, Jatavian Sanders, or Stowers?
I think here I'd go Stowers. Biggest upside.
Really?
Yeah.
Oops. So you feel fine with Juwan Johnson, Gesicki, Stowers?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me the background on Stowers because I don't even know. I read your article, but that was a long time ago. Don't accuse me. I watched your show, which YouTube members can also watch the show, but I forgot. So give me the background.
Started at Texas A&M as quarterback, then tight end, then transferred to New Mexico State. Even had a shot at quarterback there, but was beat out by Diego Pavia. They became, fast friends, and the key connection there, they both transferred with their coach to Vanderbilt. So he's had 3 years of really good production. Former quarterback, very athletic. He's on Bruce Feldman's freaks list. So just a lot of upside potential there. And I think the number 2 tight end in this class.
GV says the question is, will Meg allow a Kelsey Keenan duo in the late round? Kelsey's not there. Oh, Keenan's there. All right, what do you want to do? Receiver?
Let's go Jeremy Bernard. Let's get another fun rookie.
Ooh, is that too many rookie receivers?
No.
I mean, it's 3. Got 3 and 2 second-year guys. Oh, this feels a little, I don't know. Maybe we should have gotten a little more of like a eat your vegetables guy, as Pete and the folks are saying in the streets. Eat your vegetables. Sometimes you need it. Should we have maybe done like maybe we should have done Keenan Allen and hoped he'd come back.
Maybe maybe he comes back to the Chargers and you get even another stack. But
yeah, I mean, I guess that's why I liked Trey Harris so much too. Okay, so we answered this. JB says, not so sure he's in a chains class. Smaller backs always have the answer to the question. Their destiny is most likely to change of pace option.
I don't see the change because I don't think he's got like that insane elite speed. That's why I think the upside is James Cook, because James Cook just has good speed, but as we see, it is very good, very much works. And I just like his vision, his way to not go down on first contact, stuff like that. So he's on that smaller side, but we see plenty of those backs have success for sure. And I just think his ability to force light contact instead of taking full-on hits is so crucial. I love his vision.
All right, let's catch up with chat, go over the teams, and head on out of here. We appreciate everybody joining us, hitting the like button, chatting with us, drafting with us. You guys are awesome. Who said Meg checked out after she made the round 4 pick. I mean, when I get Scattaboo, everything else is just, whipped cream, so Mike Robb said the mercy rule has been initiated. We're just doing the rest for fun on Meg versus Tech. That's always the question. I did not allow it. I maybe should have considered it though. I'm very happy for Aiden and the Rodgers Moose stack that I wanted so desperately. We got my guy Sia. I was just talking about Sia, how Twitter and StreamYard are not working together. I need to figure that out. But and talking about love doing shows with Sia. But he said I heard check out no days off or no. Oh shit! I need to check Sia's bio. Sia Najad on Twitter. He has a great new podcast. And you have to follow in the podcast streets because I tried to look for it on YouTube. I absolutely love it. No plays off, not no days off, no plays off, but they were joking about this too. But great fun podcast to check out. No plays off. You were asking about size chain. Thank you, Best Ball and Call. Review time, indeed. We will review these 3. I'll go over ours really quick, Steve. 3683, typical for us. Herbert, Dart, Darnold. Got some kind of value on all of them. Herbert, we had the stack and right at ADP. then Dart and Darnold after ADP. So that was nice. JT, Henry, Scattaboo. Oh my goodness, do I love that. Emma Johnson. I mean, I'm going to have like 80% of them, I think. Vidal, obviously team correlated. Emmanuel Wilson, which caused us to lose Pat Fryermuth, but Aiden got him, so that's all good. Lad McConkey, Carnell Tate, Roma Dunze, Denzel Boston, Jaden Higgins, Rashid Shaheed, Trey Harris, Jeremy Bernard. I do feel a little fragile about this receiver room, Steve, but we do have two fun rookies. What, that is Boston day one or round one too?
Yeah.
Okay, so two round one rookies, Rome, Lad. We just need a good second year from Higgins and Harris, and Shaheed, good landing spot. Bernard, the third rookie. Juwan Johnson, Mike Gesicki, Eli Stowers. So if you're counting at home, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rookies, which it was 3 to 5 in most of the top big board teams this year. Let's check out the other guys. Thad and Aiden in our chat, one real time at the 6th spot, 3683. Got Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, and Anthony Richardson was his last pick. So whether it's, filling in for Danny Dimes or not, that's his third quarterback last pick. Jeremiah Love, Kenneth Walker, Kenneth Gainwell, J.K. Dobbins, Braylon Allen, Katron Allen, little double Allen running back at the end there like that. JSN, Terry, Jacoby Myers, DJ Moore. So you got a stack, DJ Moore if he stays. You got the 2 stacks with his 2 early quarterbacks I like. DK, Mims, Malik Washington, Gadsden, Njoku, Hawkinson. I think, excuse me, I think you got a double anchor, 2 kind of early quarterbacks, both potentially stacked. But it's not like he really fell too far behind. It was like 4 receivers by 91 and then tacked on 4 more with a lot of upside too, by the way. And then, kind of spread out. That's a good mid to late round tight end build there. So, this is very similar to I build 3683 and, it's kind of at least double anchoring the running back situation.
What I like with his running back, double anchor, but then he just hammered that 120 to 160 range and got 4 guys and then was done. Like, he's not taking the Emmanuel Wilsons, right? Right. He's taking guys who just have higher upsides, and not dealing with all these other guys who could just get flat out cut, like the Rashard Smiths who took last time.
Yes, I definitely forgot Sia. I was like, is it no days off? No plays off. It's such a good podcast. Highly recommend it. Sia's the best. It covers golf and NFL. Amazing. And their podcast is super entertaining. So GAB says these college listings on players' size are often misleading. Combine. Do you feel like Combine helps you too?
Yeah, getting accurate measurements. Like we got them from the Senior Bowl for those guys. But yeah, guys like Emma Johnson. Yeah, I want to see. And another one is Mekhi Lemon. Like I heard Matt Harmon and Nate Tice talk about, like, they want to make sure Lemon actually is somewhere in the ballpark of 5'11" and 190. Because what if he's 5'9" and 175? Like, we have just a different projection model for those types of guys.
Yeah. All right. So we just went over Thad's team. Like it a lot, Thad. We have Napball at the 7 spot. We went over ours, the 8, and then we'll go over Aiden's at the 9. So let's go over Napball. He just said, I'm at the 7 spot. So from the 7 to 783. So he went, the elite elite quarterback with Allen, then Jared Goff. And then Hampton, Quinshon Judkins, so still double anchored there. Tracy, Tucker, Caleb Johnson, Ray Davis, Ollie Gordon, Amon-Ra, Garrett Wilson, Brian Thomas, Quentin Johnson, Debo Samuel, Tyreek Hill, Torrey Horton, Chris Bell, and then Fannin, Kittle, and Theo Johnson. Usually I like 3 quarterbacks in 20-round drafts, but with Josh Allen, I think that's the one case where you can make an exception, especially when you're backing up with like someone like a mid-round quarterback like Goff. So yeah, I think it's another strong, fairly double anchor, and it has obviously Amon-Ra stacked up there. But any thoughts on that? Kind of went Fannin like middle, and Fannin, Kittle, and then tacked on Theo Johnson late. So overall, I like it. What are your thoughts, Steve?
I think every room has a path to be strong. Double anchor with the running backs, but then a couple other guys, like Tracy and Tucker, who should get good usage, and then just taking some shots to see what happens on those other rooms. I think his wide receiver room is pretty strong. And so, a guy like Tyreek Hill, who's just a complete unknown at this point, if he doesn't play, you're still fine because it's deep enough with that room. And tight end room should be really strong. And, whether Kittle misses 2 games or 10 games, like you have Fannin and Theo Johnson.
He's going to be back by week 1. Give it a rest. All right. Let's check out from the 9th spot here. So we got our guy Aiden. Glad you were able to draft with us. 3773. So Dak, love Rodgers, love that. I mean, quarterback room, I'm sold already. Achane, Kyron Williams, Travis Etienne, so kind of like a triple anchor there, like we have similarly done. Tacking on Tajay Spears, Nicholas Singleton, Mike Washington Jr., Jalen Wright. So I think that's fine to go 3 early and then you tacked on 4 late and 2 like rookies with upside. So I think that's like built in a strong way. Lamb, Lemon, Christian Watson, Xavier Worthy, Concepcion, Jalen McMillan, Josh Downs, and then Laporta, Gunnar Helm, and Pat Freiermuth. He got my Aaron Rodgers, Pat Freiermuth stack, so I love it. But no, he got, let's see, Dak, obviously, and Lamb. He's got the Rodgers stack, Jordan Love, let's see, with Christian Watson. So everything's stacked up, correlated, very nice balance build. I feel like every room feels like well built, very strong, no like big weak holes. I don't do as much 3773, but I think like a case for this when you felt pretty good about your receivers, had gotten 5 by 129 and then tacked on 2 that you felt pretty good about on strong. I like it. What are your thoughts, Steve?
Yeah, I think he's strong in every room. Running back was similar to us, like took 3 guys early and then he tacked on 4 late also to get some upside plays and also value in the running back position. And he did that in a smart way by, taking only 7 receivers, but even his later guys are in the 150s, 160s.
Exactly.
So
if you're going to stop at 7 receivers, it's like, it's all where the cost is met. And the fact that, like you said, it's not like he was tacking on 3 receivers and the 190s and 200s. Like you said, he got tacked on 2 at 153 and 160. I really like this team. And I really like it a lot.
The thing is really, particularly at the receiver position, a lot of strong offenses. Even the backups: Colts, Tampa, Dallas, of course, Green Bay, Kansas City. Like these are going to be some of the best passing offenses to go along with the rookies. So you feel good about that.
I really like this team. Truly, not just saying that. So we had 4 good drafts, 3 move on. Hopefully, 3 of the Fanspeak drafts are moving on in this pod. Who says Gunnar Helm has got to be 20 years after football. GAB says good luck to everyone. Absolutely. Appreciate you joining us. Aiden, great stream. We'll be back for the next great night with y'all. We appreciate that, Aiden. Love to hear that. Love to see that. Steve's drafting almost every weekday lunchtime. And then, we're Sibling Showdown every Thursday night. And we're going to just try to think of a lot of other creative content during the spring. And then, like I said, check out the join button for everybody watching on replay, because I'll start doing posts exactly what all is offered. But essentially, it's going to, starting next week, be at least 1 tape show, 1 live show for the YouTube folks. And we got a lot of other fun stuff coming that we're working on behind the scenes. We love Coolers charts today that we'll use those. Mike, Rob, and Bruni are working on some cool stuff that we'll be able to do some YouTube only shows that are really good. And again, check out our free Discord link in the description and a free 7-day trial of Substack link in the description. But we appreciate everybody. This has been a ton of fun. We got 2 fun drafts in, talked rookies versus vets and finding that happy balance, talked about the chart of your rankings versus others in the industry. We covered a ton today, Steve. What are your, thank you, Cobra. What are your final thoughts for the people?
Yeah, no, 2 fun drafts and, good conversation. So appreciate everyone for joining us and, liking this episode and supporting us in every way. So thank you guys so much. And, we're going to keep crushing it. And,
have you decided what time you're going tomorrow, Steve?
I think 1 again.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so join Steve 1 lunchtime with Steve. You can't beat it. So for Steve, I'm Meg. Thank you all. Join Steve tomorrow, and we will see you next time.
Fanspeak, where the plan runs deep. The team grind hard, don't eat, don't sleep. From best ball dreams to DFS streaks, they help you print money every single week. No cap, no gimmicks, we breaking limits. NFL bets, yeah, we live this business. Meg and Steve. that OG vision. Draft room killers on a lifelong mission. More stress to the Sunday spread. Fanspeak's that voice that's inside your head. Best ball, DFS, NFL bets. They built it brick by brick, no regrets.